Hi guys. Oh. mm. Hi guys. Can you guys hear me? Let me know if you guys can hear me, please. Hi, Akata. How are you, my brother? Thank you, Akata. Thank you. Anna May. Hello, sis. How are you? Thanks for joining. And St. James, thank you. Thank you for joining. Hit the like button as you guys come in, please. Hit the like button. The like button. Thank you, guys. I'll be right back. Hi, Karine. How are you? Please give me a second. Let me fix this thing. Oops. All right. Mr. Uganda, how are you? I'm good. Thank you. And you? Elisha Jones. Hello. How are you? Greetings to you too. Sanusi Cisse, thank you. How are you? Thank you guys for joining, and please hit the like button as you come in. Okay. Anyways, we have 32 people watching, and how many likes do we have? I need you guys to hit the like button. Okay, we have 15 likes, 31 people watching. Please hit the like button and let's get started. Heavenly Beautifully Black. Let me greet you guys first. Hi sis, how are you? Isa to Space, hello. St. James, Mr. Uganda again. Thank you guys and welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Anywho, I'm just gonna go ahead and get started, okay? So this morning I was at work and I stumbled on ES's video. I'm sure by now most of you already know what's going on about her. I mean, it's not supposed to be something big if people were not making it big. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, but I stumbled upon her video. Hi, Zandela. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Os, welcome. Modulamin, welcome. Nakmizi, peace to you too. Thank you. So I stumbled upon her video. Marcel, thank you for joining. I stumbled upon her video, and for some reason I was watching the video and I felt really, really bad because I was just putting myself in her shoes. I mean, the negativity on the internet right now for the past couple of months is just insane, and I am freaking tired of it. I'm tired of it. And for the fact that it is coming from our own people, it's just so disgusting. Okay. I was trying to hold my peace, hold myself from commenting. But at this point, after I watched her video, I just couldn't hold it anymore because I feel like people need to step up. People need to come out and talk about these things because that's the only way some people can be stopped. I don't know if they realize the damage they're doing to people. Okay. I understand when you're making reaction videos or when you're giving advice videos or you're making videos based on somebody else's video. But when you can pick on just anybody that you don't even know anything about, or you just pick on people because you want to tarnish their image, now that is wrong. And as a Black person, I am very, very disgusted. Yes, yes, Zandela, it's crazy. And I was just watching Mr. Uganda's video also about it. I didn't comment on there, but because I was getting ready for this live, but I was watching it. It's just, it's sad how we like we have so much pride in trying to tarnish ourselves, like our own people. I don't understand it. You know, at first when all this negativity started, of course it started with a name that I don't like to say, AC, but it was like kind of like people were like, oh, it's not a big deal. You know what I'm saying? You guys are all over your feelings. But for me, I don't see it as being all over my feelings, but these are sometimes it's just little things that lead to like bigger issues. Okay. And at this point, people have made this to be their career as to tarnish the image of Black people. I mean, that's your career, that's your niche. Okay. This is what you know how to do best. And I'm just asking, should you be proud to be the person who is going to bring forward the downfall of another Black person? And being a Black person for that matter, I just don't understand. I can make videos about other people's video, you know, based on somebody else's video, because it's YouTube and we do all those things. But having to come on board and trying to talk about what has happened in somebody's past or what they're going through, you know, just telling the whole world, this is what's happening, this is what he did, you know, in 2006, this is what they did, you know, they did this, they did that, they did. It just doesn't make sense. And we need to be really, 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 really careful because YouTubers are also human beings. And I'm just giving an example based on some comments that I get. People keep saying, oh, as a YouTuber, you have to have thick skin. You have to ignore some of the things. Let me tell you one thing. As a YouTuber, you can get like 1,000 good comments, 1,000 loving comments. But there is that one comment where someone brings you down that is just stuck in your head and never comes out. You can pretend to not care, meaning you have thick skin, but no hateful comment is easy for somebody to forget. And these trolls and people who are just making videos or making hateful comments for just no reason, even if you disagree with what someone is doing or what they're saying, if you want that to sink into their head, you don't have to be disrespectful. You don't have to be insulting. You don't have to be diminishing to them. But people don't see it like that. They say, oh, these YouTubers or these celebrities, they don't have skin, so they're just animals. Nobody is an animal here. We are all human beings. And for certain people, YouTube has become a part of their life. YouTube has become a part of their journey. YouTube has become a part of a way that they make money. It's like their paycheck. And you think you can be that person who's going to prevent them from having that paycheck? Like I said, you can make any type of videos that you want. But videos that are going to bring people down, it's not worth it. I mean, how much do YouTube pay you for it to be worth you destroying the life of another? You know, I was watching ES saying that she's going to leave YouTube. I emailed her because I felt it. Because I looked at her YouTube, and this girl has been struggling for the longest time. I don't care about what she did. That's her life. I don't have to believe in it, but it's her life. I support her because she's a Black person. She's a Black woman. And I love her journey, her repatriation journey in Ghana. That's why I support her. And I didn't even start supporting her long enough. It's just very recently. But some of us are just wicked. Wicked. Because this here is wickedness. And when you doing certain things to others, do you realize you could be the reason somebody could take their own life? It's not everybody that's going to ignore your comments. It's not everybody that's going to ignore your words, those very hurtful words. Are you going to be proud if you wake up today and they tell you that, oh, the person you were talking about last night is dead? They committed suicide. How proud are you going to be? Especially as a Black person. It's wrong. And it's about time people talk about this, because it seems like the other day I was like, these dramas on YouTube doesn't look like they're close to anywhere being end. You know, they're not even close to ending. It's every day more and more drama, every day more and more secrets. This is the one that did this, and it's just among Black people. How many white channels would you go listening to them talking about each other like that? Who told you they agree with each other? Who told you they love each other? You must be dreaming if you're thinking like that. They don't have to love each other, but they don't have to bring down each other in front of other people. And that's what some of my people are good at. This lady said she's leaving YouTube. And I looked at her channel. After all those subscribers, after all those everyday videos, the struggles, because YouTube is not easy. If you don't know it, you don't know. If you are a YouTuber, you know what I'm talking about. It takes time and energy to sit and want to make videos. A lot of time and energy to sit and want to make videos. And you're doing it just because people are out there watching you, but because it's a passion for you. There is a lot of people who have done YouTube and today they are financially independent. How can we not support our own people to be like that? Why are we not proud of our own? Why do one have to be a big YouTuber, another small YouTuber, and we're just fighting each other? Why does a big YouTuber don't want to help a small YouTuber, support them in a very little way? Why does a small YouTuber feel jealous of a bigger YouTuber? It don't make sense. And like I said, if I can take the criticism, not everybody can take it. I don't even know if I can take some of the things. I mean, I just manage with some of the comments and I just let it slide, you know. But it's not that hard for you to be, you know, a little bit sensitive. I mean, if it's your family or if someone you know, maybe you would be sensitive. So why are we just so insensitive to other people? This is sickening. It's disgusting. And if you're doing it, you are disgusting. I will never support someone like that. Having the pleasure of coming on board to bring down another Black person, another human being in general, talk less of someone who looks like you. What pleasure would you gain from that? $100 from YouTube? $200 for 1,000 views? It's not even $200 for 1,000. Let me say $10 for 1,000 views. Is it worth it? How can we even open our mouth to say bringing down another person is my niche? How can that be your niche? Oh my goodness. And at this point, I'm just sitting here, I'm like, it seems like everybody on YouTube is going to have a day that they're going to bring out their mugshot. Because the thing is that so many people watching these videos and agreeing to these videos and agreeing to these hates, don't tell me you don't have a past. Don't tell me you have never made mistakes. Some people are there like, oh yeah, bring them out. But honey, if we bring what they did out, maybe they will commit suicide instead of leaving like the YouTube community. Now, I'm not saying that when people do wrong, we should ignore it. For example, when this brother did videos about Art Carty, at that time, I was very angry at Art Carty. I was like, well, she deserves it. You know, it's karma. She deserves it. Because I was mad at her. Even though I wouldn't want to wish her bad. But because of what she did, I felt like, you know, karma is dealing with her too. Because you hurt other people and somebody is here is hurting you, whether you agree to it or not. But when it becomes a trend for that person to keep investigating people for just no reason, to keep bringing out dirty linens of their fellow Black people as if they don't have the dirty ones, like they don't have dirty laundries. Now that is something else. I don't know if it's hate or greed or jealousy or maybe just being senseless. I don't know what to say. And I hope this will not be the end of ES YouTube channel, because if you're watching, you built this channel not because of anybody, but because you were passionate about it and because you wanted to share your journey and because you wanted to help other people. A lot of people may disagree with your content, but there's others that agree with your content. And those ones that appreciate what you're doing are what matters. And it doesn't mean that everybody watching her content is agreeing to it or agreeing to that spiritual thing or stuff like that. I personally don't agree to it. I don't believe in it. But I love the lady for who she is. I love her as a Black person, as a Black woman, especially one that have repatriated to Africa. And I appreciate her for that. If I want to comment on her post and say, I don't agree with this video today because I don't believe in it, I can do that. But I was watching negropean's video a couple of minutes ago because I wanted to know what he was saying. And the fact that he was not even touched by this. What have I done? You talk about it. So I'm so disappointed in her for making that kind of video about me. Well, you made a video about her. Now you have a problem, she responded. It's YouTube, and this is about her life. And her image is being tarnished. So nobody should be disappointed that she made a video. And if the video is meant to be playing games with her subscribers, that's up to her. Because you are not in her mind. None of us is in her mind. Whether she meant it or not. In fact, I will be happy to have her back because she never started her channel for anybody. She didn't start the channel for negativity, to hop in and just talk about whatever they want to talk about. She didn't do it for that reason. So I don't think, even though I respect her decision, I just don't think another person will have to put a stop to my own happiness or something that I've been passionate about or something that I've worked hard for, given my life, my sweat, all these years, my time. I don't think anybody is worth that to me. If I'm going to leave, I'm going to leave because I want to, not because you made me leave. But like I said, people are different. You know, who knows? Today, he said, oh, I'm leaving YouTube because I can't take this anymore. I have gone through a lot on this platform. Somebody who knows whose secret is going to come out tomorrow. And what type of secret could that be that's going to be on the internet for the whole world to see? And who knows what that could cause that person to do? You know, when I'm thinking, I think very, very far. Always know that your actions will either have a positive or negative effect on other people. And you should hold yourself responsible if anything happens to others, mentally, physically, and emotionally. But we don't even see it as we need to hold ourselves responsible for our actions. That's why we have a mouth to just talk anyhow that we want, you know, as if your mouth don't have a zip. What would you gain bringing me down if you can't help me rise up? And when people are making these videos, they'll be like, you know, I really respect her. I appreciate her. She's a very strong woman. What is strong about her? So you think she's a strong woman? She don't have feelings? Because you see them as a strong person, you don't think they have feelings. You don't think they could be that person who could commit suicide tomorrow. You don't think so? I don't know. Nakmizi is here. I'm just so disgusted. I just had to put myself in this lady's shoes because I was talking to someone. I was like, who knows? Maybe tomorrow is going to be my secret out there. I'm like, it's going to be my secret out there. Maybe they're going to search for me, you know, and say, oh, she got some traffic ticket. Oh, she got this, she got that. She did this, she did that. Because in America here, if you want to search for anybody, you can do it. We can all do it. We can have a niche doing this. But what would we gain trying to destroy each other? See, this is the reason why we keep complaining. But why are Black people like this? Why are Black people not going forward? Why are we always stagnant? With attitudes like that, what do you expect? We can't even stand to support each other. And I think it's time on this platform that we sit right, support each other, and stop the negativity. Because I'm tired of it. And if you're sitting on these comments, you're laughing and saying, hey, just know that your day is coming. When people are so overcome, or when they make money to be their God, they will do anything to make that money. If it requires bringing you down to make it, it's going to happen. It will not come in between you and what they want. I watch people, I listen to videos where I disagree with people. I'm like, well, this person too, what you did is wrong, you know, or I say things that might be hurtful, but never will I be happy sitting on this media trying to bring someone down. I can do it. I can make my niche where I'm just going to talk about my fellow YouTubers, especially my fellow YouTubers. That way I could get more views, more subscribers. But you have to have the heart. to do that. A real human being with a real heart cannot stoop so low. Some of the things we do are wrong. And I know that these things that I'm saying is gonna hurt some people. But it's not that I don't care. I care about you. That's why I'm telling you. Who knows? Maybe you can learn from me, or you can learn from some of the people that are coming on this panel today. Maybe someone can change your mind. Anyways, hi, brother Nakmizi, Mamiza, how are you guys doing? Welcome.
How you doing, sis?
Thank you, Nakmizi. Thank you for joining.
You're welcome.
This life is unexpected, but I knew I was gonna do it because when I was watching ES, I was at work, so I knew when I wake up I was gonna do it because I'm watching her and I'm like, I have to do a live. I have to do a live. We need to talk about this. So, welcome to the live.
All right, sis. So look, I think I was probably the first one that came at Unapologetic Negro. He's the first YouTuber I've ever mentioned by name. However, I spoke with him behind the scenes a couple of months ago because he put my interview with Niai when I was in Accra in his video. He put another brother named My Thoughts on Everything in his video. So what he was trying to do was just try to get clout and pop off of other people's names. Once he found Bag Family and AC, then he started popping. So then his niche became not original content, but speaking on the lives of other people who were either doing something positive or negative. And then he just went straight gossip girl on everyone. Now, he messed up because he sent me his actual email address the first time he and I communicated. And what he's using are very simple search engines to get dirt on people. And if you're in the UK, you have a better chance of getting public information as if you do if you're in the European Union based on privacy laws. But we all have connections. So it was just a point of me saying, okay, let me see what I can find out about him. But because I'm a man, real men don't find pleasure in exposing other men. That's not something anyone's real father would say, sit down and say, son, when you grow up, you need to be a gossip girl. Never. If you look, this man is always at home with his half-breed kids always crying in the background. I don't make so many YouTube videos because I made a promise to myself and my family. For every hour that I'm on YouTube, I'm going to spend an hour fixing my house, teaching my children, or making some sort of improvements to my life. So whenever you have a black man, a poor excuse for a black man that gets on insulting elders, insulting women, bringing up information about people that they may not want to be exposed under the guise of helping them, what you have is what the a lot of people call agents. I don't throw that name around lightly, but if you watch his mannerisms, he acts like a woman, and this is no disrespect to my women. But a man should not have women mannerisms. Watch him closely. He bats his eyes when he speaks. He looks he's like staring in the camera, trying to mesmerize you with this he just like thinks he's like this sexy, I'm gonna look and yeah, you're gonna love me. Like that's not manly. No woman I know loves a man that thinks that they are more beautiful than a woman. And that's his problem. And the reason why is because he's so used to dealing with these Beckys. And Becky's like that. Black women that I know like men who deal with strength, men who are out there working, men who don't have that much time to research the lives, opportunities for improvement, and the pitfalls that our black brothers and sisters have fallen into. And he does this under the guise of Africa, right? Of being an African man, and he's so proud of his so-called pure African ancestry because he came at my blackness, and I did a whole live stream on it. Okay. Um, but African African culture is one that respects the woman. African culture is one that respects the elders. So when you put a picture of an older man, a grandfather, on YouTube because he was arrested, may not even been charged, or may not have been convicted of what he was accused of. That's the epitome of gossip girlism. And I have no respect for anyone like that. That's not a man. So the whole Otis thing, I'm the one who brought out Otis, and I got his other three names out as well. But the man in me, the testosterone in me, is saying, don't release everything until he mentions my name. But if you notice, he avoids men like the plague. Because when I come at him, I'm going to make him feel what he makes everybody else feels. It's not about him. It's about or about who he exposes. He has to understand that when he made that video about the brother from Bag, that brother has children. That brother has neighbors. That brother has business partners. When he mentioned that man's son and so callously and flippantly talked about the issues that that son is facing as a black man in America, that's disrespectful. When he mentions someone that ES went to go see who's no longer with us, and mentions that he's a loser, that's disrespectful. That's not anything close to being in touch with your African side. But he was so proud to be a fancy, but yet he missed very basic fancy history about collaboration. He's so proud of his black phenotype that he said he's not going to research from his mother's side. He's going to research from his father's side because his mother has obvious European admixture running through her veins. That's what he said. We don't do that to our mothers as black men. You understand what I'm saying? So this dude is exactly what he portrays himself to be. Is a gossip girl. Why? Because he's broke. He's broke. Any man that has that much time to be researching other people, that means you're not getting this money. You're not promoting your business. You're not putting a hand down to pull someone up. What he's doing is he's using his pointy-toed boots to put his feet on people and push them down. Like I have everything in the chamber. Like I keep saying it. You know, his whole family has pissed away their African genes by laying down with Brads and Beckys, all of them. So this is not just a one-off with him, but because those other people are innocent in his family, that's why I didn't release it. You understand what I'm saying? His sisters who are laying up with white men, both of them. His brother, who's all of his children are from white children, have nothing to do with this dude. Maybe they have a pure heart. Maybe they don't even like what he's doing. So who is it on me to release their personal info? Who am I to release their address or their personal address where they used to live in Birmingham? His dumbass thought that people picked up on his accent. No, I put out that he was from Birmingham. Okay? Because I have all that info. And the only reason I went there is because he doesn't feel any issue with exposing people. So when you like to expose, I was taught like when you have one finger pointing at somebody else, you got other fingers pointed back at yourself to see how he would feel. But you know what? He's a narcissist. So he doesn't process things like that. And he likes to play the victim. That is, not a manly trait either. You don't do that exposing black men, black women, mothers and fathers of people for YouTube clicks. I'm not even monetized because YouTube money ain't nothing. And it's definitely not worth that. Actually, there's no amount of money worth me exposing black people just for the sake of doing it. When he put that brother's mugshot picture up there, it hurt me, man. Because I see as a matter of fact, he looks like my father, literally. Rick looks like my father. My phenotypical father, he looks just like him. And I'm like, wow. I've done things that I'm not proud of, And it's very hard to avoid these pitfalls as a black man in the diaspora, whether you're in America or ever or wherever. It's even sometimes it's hard to avoid those on a continent. If someone paid a cop to lock you up or something like that. So when he does this, I just say, what is this man's motivation? What is his motivation? If you're that old and you have the gray goat beard, like my brother Prince Ayoko said, not even my brother, the Prince Ayoko said, because we have to respect our African royalty. Okay, this dude is just doing it because he wants to get famous. So I challenged him to a debate. I said, let's talk about. This is when he called out my blackness into question. I said, well, let's talk about admixture due to the slave trade versus pissing away your blackness by laying down with Becky's on purpose. And it ain't the only one, because his current is a white woman that he tries to pass off as a person of color because she happens to be a Turk and an Albanian. Guess what? Those are white people. They're just second class white people. So he don't even have a top shelf Becky. He got a bottom shelf Becky. And you try to say, oh, well, she's Turkish and Muslim. Yo, bro, now you're mixing religion, ethnicity, and nationality. At the end of the day, she's not a melanated black person with a lineage to Africa. What she is a person that has a lineage to the Ottoman Empire who also enslaved Africans. So I want all the smoke with him. And I'm going to keep it respectful on your platform because I love you, sis.
Thank
but
you.
I want him to call me out and let's get it live. You know, I'm that all the smoke guy. You know, but look, he's making it to the point where he's not going to be allowed to walk on a continent. He's somebody he wants to be in Ghana. There's too many people in Ghana that's not supporting that. He's making enemies in Gambia, Ghana, in Europe. You know what I'm saying? So when you do that, you have to ask, does this brother actually need our help? Does he need our help? Any man that acts like that is not of his right mind. But I want everyone to pay attention to his mannerisms. Pay attention to the thumbnails that he puts up. These so-called pictures that people took of him. He's got yoga poses. He's got you know, pictures of him working out, topless, selfies. What man takes a picture of himself with no shirt on as a father, as a grandfather, and post that on YouTube? He's just a clout chaser. And that's not nothing about being manly. You know, I told them like this, let's link up. If you want to really make the investors whole in the Gambia and you really want to pay them, get them their money, let's use your little 3,000 subscribers who donate a little bit of money to you on a live stream. I'll use my own money and we can link up and do a YouTube celebrity boxing match on video. And then we take that money and I'll hook up my brothers in Accra, and then he can pay back those who lost their money supposedly in scams. But there's something that says you should never cry louder than the victim. How come he's making all this noise and the people that lost the money ain't making that much noise? Because he's a clout chaser. I took some of the videos I made of him down that I had his wife's white photo in there and him looking at his wife like this. Like he was so proud looking at this Becky. I took it down because she don't have nothing to do with it. But this dude needs to be stopped. So if anyone goes to his channel and gets in the comments like, yeah, I like the tea, what you're doing is you're putting fuel on the fire of this diaspora war. Stop it. And there's people in the chat right now that I see on his channel as well. Yeah, doing that. It's okay when he's bashing people you don't like, but when it's somebody you like, now it's all a big problem, right? It's never good when a man is out there exposing other people because that's not manly energy. So now I'm gonna give it to anyone else.
Thank you so much, Nakmizi. I really appreciate your contribution, and everything you said is nothing but facts. That's the truth.
Hey, hold on. If y'all want the rest of his name, I'll give it out on a live stream because I got all three. I got his address. Y'all just tell me if you want me to unload. Let me know.
Bro, send me his address. Please unload. Please unload. We want to know. We want to go
Not
ahead.
please, I don't want to know at this
Okay,
point.
okay. Y'all made me do it. Y'all made me do it. All right,
Send
listen.
him the address.
His
Send
name
him
is
the
Otis. His name is Otis
Otis.
Costunia. Costunia. Otis Costunia
Yeah.
James Bryan. Bryan. Not Bryant with a T.
Please send that to the
Bryan.
comment section. Send the information to the comment section.
Now
So that
I
we
won't do that because I'm not gonna be as stupid as he is. But
Prince
look,
no,
Ayoko is
the question
anxious
is
to
that,
start working
please,
some
Somebody
magic.
write that down in the comment section.
please, my brother, I want to kindly place with you and let you know something right now.
mm,
It is said that when two brothers fight each other to death, the
hmm
stranger takes away their property.
yes, he has no
I'm not,
property. His white woman has property.
yeah, listen, I understand what you mean. I'm someone who is, a pure indigenous person because I was raised in an indigenous way of living.
Mm,
You understand? So we have this kind of people in our past, and our ancestors dealt with them with wisdom and with their wise that they have. So this kind of people, when we come across them in life, it is high time for us to know how to deal with them with two reasons: either to bring them into order. In the indigenous way, it is two ways that we deal with this kind of people. First of all, it is either to bring them into order, and that's the first warning. The second warning is that when they still refuse to understand, then we banish them from our community. So either they are from the family, either they were born and raised in the family, either they are kind of, directly from us or whatever. We deal with the truth. These are the kind of people that we banish from our communities, because someone who is in the community or in the black race and not trying to, heal and trying to continue to put wounds, extra wounds on the, on the healing that we're all going through, the easiest way to do is to just banish them so that they will go and mingle with their fellow evil men. You understand? So it is
mm,
not, look, when you stand up as a warrior fighting for freedom, you are doing that on one reason. You are either doing that for people to have the freedom and to enjoy the freedom whilst you die in the course of fighting for the freedom. Now, the second part of it is that maybe he don't know exactly what he's doing, because what I think is that before he come out to attack any African American, because he that is the most people that he attacks, he don't think about the outcome of it and the results of it. But now I have been listening to him for a very long time, and I've been quiet because when something is going on, I'm patiently looking at it and looking at how it continues to go. So at some point, when I look at this brother, I look at him to be like a real black man, but I also look at him to be like a person who is more like a white man in black skin. So, and therefore, this kind of people, we have got a very wise way of, um, making them repent. He is not completely out of his senses. At some point, I thought he might need to go to the psychiatric hospital. And at some point, I look at him and I said, this guy can still be healed if he gets closer to the right people. So I told him several times on his comment section that I am personally inviting him to Ghana, Tamale. He should be boldly, openly, and let me know if he doesn't have any job to do to take care of himself as well as his family. I can openly invite him here, offer him a job, accommodate him, clothe him, feed him, and just take him through the process for him to heal and repent. And I really mean what I was saying. He is much older than me, but the time that it took me for my parents to brought me up, for my master to brought me up, was a long time. I'm 38 years as I am. I'm 38 years. And with these 38 years, look, I joined a welding shop in the year 1996 as an apprentice. Right after 1996, I graduated in 2008. You understand? 2009, I have my own workshop. I established a livestock farms. I have built myself so much to a certain point that even the properties that my father left for me and my siblings, with so many wives, I have not touched part of my property. I'm still dealing with what I have invested myself into. And I'm not going to touch it because it is for my children. For the fact that my father has left it for me, I will also leave it for my children and my grandchildren and the next generation. So I am also fighting to do something that I can leave for myself, like that will come out from my efforts for the next generation. So this brother that we're talking about has caused a lot of mayhem on the internet, especially YouTube. And the problem is that he's doing something that each and everyone is wondering about. All what he is doing is that I've seen something about what he's doing. He is doing something that is his last option. He has seen YouTube to be his last option to use to make money, to cater for himself, as well as that is, white woman and the children. So, okay, now the whole problem is that, look, I have two houses. I have this house with my family, and ES is here, and I have Queen's Guest House to the next opposite side. I have had this house a long time before African Americans started coming to my life. So first of all, no one can tell me that I am doing this based on the people that meet me. Because before you meet me, you come and see me living in already what I have. But the whole situation is that I am appealing to the brother that upon all the rubbish, the stubbornness, the foolishness, the cowardness, the oppressions, and all the confusions that he's causing to the black race. I'm still ready to assist him to understand what he's doing and to repent. It's easy because I'm not ready to go into battle with him. His mindset, his energy, his spirituality, and his everything is very low to go in a battle with me. I live in a house where I don't pay rent. I live in a house where no one can ask me anything. That is what a man is supposed to be. You have to provide. Provide for your wife, provide for your children, provide for your extended family, and provide for whoever comes into your life. This is the real lifestyle of the African man. My sister Sami, as an African, knows what I'm saying. In Africa, when you want a man to be happy, don't joke with his family and anyone that surrounds them. When you dare try it, then you step on fire. But for the fact that he is doing all this and all that, we also have things that we can easily, very easily, use to attack him, and he will never have peace in his life. He can never have peace in his life. He would even be fortunate to live long. But I don't want any person in life to lose their life or to lose his life just because of my attack. I don't want that. I'm a person who is growing up as a young man, who is hoping to have a long life, to have wisdom, to take care of, thousands and thousands of people in my community. When I come and sit on the throne of my father, on the skins of my father as a king. So I am still practicing. But whilst on the course of practicing, I have to make sure that before my father left me, this was the advices he gave me. This was what he taught me. This was what he told me about people that is yet to come into my life. So I've already known what he's doing. It was this problem, what he is doing has kept long in the US and in the diaspora. He is trying to revisit what happened. Look at what killed Tupac Shakur and Notorious B.I.G. It was because of this.
All right, thank you so much.
So thank you so much for the time. My sister, the only thing that I told him is that, please, if you don't have a job to do, I have a livestock farms here. I have my projects here. Come and take care of my animals. I'll pay you. I'll pay you when you come and take care of my animals. I'll pay you. I'll train you to be an animal farmer, a livestock farmer. I will involve you into agriculture, learn and build yourself.
Okay, Prince. I'm going to give someone else a chance and then we'll come back to you. Okay?
I'll let him be a cleaner at Queen's Guest House. I'll pay him, I'll clothe him, I'll feed him. If tomorrow he should come to Tamale, I'll do that for him. If he's a man, he should come here. He's not going to look, he shouldn't be panic. He shouldn't panic about everything. We are not going to do anything to him. We are just going to live a natural life and experience and learn and repent.
Okay, thank you. I'm gonna let someone else to speak, and so that we all can have a chance to speak. And Mamiza was here right after Nakmize. Hi, Mamiza. Thank you.
Hi, Sammy. Thank you for having me.
Hey. You're welcome.
Thank you for this live. It was needed. Trust me. Yeah. So this guy, I made a video about him when he attacked the Back family, and it's on my channel. If anyone want to check it out. He is like, I haven't seen what he did with ES, but he's pathetic. When I watch his video, not only he talks bad about people, but he really enjoy it. He's just so miserable. If you guys cannot see through the screen, he is so miserable. I'm sure he's not happy in his marriage, whatever his relationship, and he kind of like use what he's doing to other people to create some kind of like fantasy life for himself. He enjoys those moments. When you watch him, oh my goodness, he's just a dark person, to be honest with you. I don't even know why people are surprised about the way he's acting. His name says it all. He calls himself unapologetically negropean. What does that mean? I mean, he says it himself. So really, it's not a surprise for me that he acts the way he acts. He's so narcissistic. It's sad when I look at him. Like, he has no compassion. He is ready to go any length to just damage uh um the people he's talking about. When he talked about Rick, I mean, like, it was almost like it wasn't real, the thing that he was saying. I'm like, are you really serious? Are you really talking about this? Are you really talking about someone's child that you don't even know? You know, maybe you don't know life in America, but going to jail is like, it's not a big deal. Not to say that it's okay to go to jail, but it's something that can happen to anyone, anytime when you live here. It's not, you don't have to be a criminal that to go to jail. It can happen to me every time when I get out of my house to go to work. I don't know what's gonna happen on my way. I don't know. You don't know. So taking it and making it what he wanted to make out of it was unnecessary. And you know, he's so he plays with people's mind. Like, he give you like how do you guys say, backhanded compliment, but his main goal is to damage you. The positive that it says doesn't matter. His intention is to damage the
Uh,
person. Even when it comes to Art Cathy, Sammy, I know what Art Cathy did. We all move on from Art Cathy, but he will not let it go. Like every single day, he enjoy it. I'm like, even the Gambian maybe have forgiven Art Cathy already. Why are you still on that lady? She's still a human being. What are you trying to accomplish? By doing that, you're worse than her. You make Art Cathy look even better by doing everything you're doing. I did not even know that he attacked ES. I just came across ES live this morning. I was at work. I was like, what is that about? What did he do? I don't really know what he said. But I went back and watched one video about ES and I was like, wow, about what he was saying about her. He doesn't even know this lady. He doesn't know these people he talks about. He doesn't know them. He's very, very ugly. It's very, I mean, it's sad for me. I don't even know why. We us doing this live is good, but at the same time, it's giving him exposure. So I don't know. He's winning anyway. Anyways, he's winning. So really, I don't know. He's horrible. We should just isolate him, put him in the corner, and just forget about him, because he's gonna continue. And he doesn't look like someone that it's he anyway. He called himself unapologetically negropean, so I don't expect for him to apologize for what or feel bad for what he's doing. I mean, he's just gonna continue doing it. I'm sure. So, really, this life was needed. Thank you very much. I mean, when I saw your live, I was like, oh, somebody's talking about this. That's good.
yeah. I was like, I just wanted to stay away because I'm like, I don't want this. But listening to this lady speak this morning, and there was a moment she said, "Who are you to humiliate me like that?" I felt it. I was like, "Oh shit." I mean, some people might think it's not humiliation, but she said she's been humiliated. Why would you do that? I was like, oh my God. As a normal human being, I thought he would have even felt that, and come on board and apologize. But no, you had to make another video and talk about how disgusted you are about the lady because she responded to you. I'm like, wow. So, like you said,
Sammy,
the thing says unapologetic, so that means he will not
that
apologize.
man,
And
girl,
if you're watching on negropean, I would like to have you here because I have some questions for you. What is the purpose of your channel?
man, he's a bitch. That's what he is. He is. He's a bitch. Like, he enjoy. I watch him to the screen. I can see him enjoy. Like, I mean, like, he aroused when he's talking, when he's digging dirt on people. You're like, what is that? What a
Mommy, can I
man
join
does?
you?
Mm.
I want to
Like, I don't know.
go to bed.
All right. Thank you so much, Mamisa. And
Thank you, Sammy.
Sister Rukaya was next after you. Hi, Sister Rukaya. Thank you
Oh,
for.
hi, little sister. Hi, Nakmizi. Hi, African Millennia. I think that Afro Millennia. Hi, everyone else. Yeah, listen, you guys have said everything you can about this despicable character of a man. And I just feel like he has an agenda. There is no way this man will just appear in the space and just pretend to be someone who is trying to, part of the unity movement, and then all of a sudden he's just taking one person and the next and just destroying them slowly. Listen, anytime I go to his page and I make a comment like, you need to stop this, this is unmanly. I mean, if you say you're proud of your African ness, and no African man behaves like this in our culture is disgraceful. This is the type of behavior that requests the brotherhood to call you aside and say, listen, you're acting like a woman, and if you persist, they'll put feathers on you and parade you in the streets because you're a chicken. You basically are not doing what men do. Gossip, digging dead, sabe sabe, all these things are not male. They're not respected. So I don't know who's respecting this man. In fact, when you try, the people who support him, and I wanted to sort of talk about the people who are feeding into him, because without an audience, this man will just disappear. But there's a group of people who are on his page telling him that good, go for it, dig on more dirt. And these, I'm surprised, are people who really are jumping from one channel to the other for drama. It's ridiculous. I think the thing to do with this man, first of all, is he needs to go to Prince Ayoko and get that training he needs. That's number one. He needs to be grounded in how to be a man, because he's acting like a narcissistic woman. He has no respect. And then nobody, we should stop looking, whenever he posts, nobody should give him views. Because I want to tell you something. This man he lies on people. When he put up one of his destructive YouTube videos on a sister who had started a repatriation program, next thing he did, he brought on a reverend who had nothing to do.
Hi, sis. Oh, I think she's gone. Okay. I have African Millennial. Oh, Akos. Akos was next, and then after African Millennial, you can speak while we wait for the sister to come back. Hello, Akos. Welcome to the panel. Thank you for joining.
Thank you for giving me the platform. Hi, Nakmizi. I enjoyed your video yesterday. It was really good. What I wanted to say is, there are certain people, we didn't know them, that we actually didn't hear of them on YouTube until this whole thing, exodus of Black Americans to the continent. I first came across his channel when he started talking about my thought on everything. That's when I got to stumble upon his channel. And I wasn't actually following all his videos, but once a while, just, pop in to have one or two. And then he started with investigating one woman from America, and then the other one. And then yesterday he did post, I think the day before, he did post a video about Prince Ayoko and ES. And I didn't even finish watching the video. And people were cheering him on. They said they wanted part 2. So, and then he came back yesterday with part 2. Today with part 2 on ES about whatever that he has done. I didn't even finish watching the video, but I did dislike the video. And I went back and saw that the dislike was more than the likes. So what I'm trying to say is there are people cheering him on. There are people giving him the platform. Other than that, he wouldn't be propelled to do what he's doing. Because when you have people cheering you on, they are urging you to come back with more information. And then that gives you the confidence for taking more. So I think that's what he's doing. So other than that, because what I've realized is that when people do their videos, other people, capitalize on it and make content out of it. Like the sister who just spoke before Rokoya, the sister on the other side, what's her name, Lisa or whatever. He's also fun. She's also fond of that. She likes, picking on people's content. Some are good, some are not. I'm not really in agreement with her. When the K&K staff did their stuff, I'm not going to go there. But what I'm trying to say is there are a lot of people that give them the platform to do what they're doing. Nobody is saying that Africa doesn't have a problem. But when you want to tell a story, balance it. Balance the negative with the positive. In that case, nobody has a problem with you. But when you go digging all the negative, then people have a problem with you. So what I'm saying is, when people are doing something, we don't need to give them the platform. Even when we want to give them the platform, we have to know that what they are doing, they are balancing what they are doing. Because what unapologetic did initially was trying to siphon those who were going on the continent with a very bad intention to, advise others that, hey, be careful. Some people are going to the continent with this motive to scam people. So if you're going, then be careful with your money, which in itself, I didn't find any problem with that. Then he came back with Rick's, video of his past. What has it got to do with me going to the continent, me going to invest? What has Rick's past got to do with somebody going on the continent to do? So that is when I started, falling out with him. And then he went on to ES. So when people start doing that, and they have audience to cheer them on, then they keep doing what they're doing. Because I don't think he's gonna stop here. That's me. If people are gonna rebuke him, then he will know that. But when he has the balance, is he's got 50 people backing him, 50 people also rebuking him. He knows he's got the audience, so he's gonna come back with another news. So trust me, he's not gonna stop there. But who are those cheering him on? And most of the people are in the comment section. Trust me, they are here. They are right here in the comment section. Those cheering him on, they are right here in the comment section. But you know what they do? They will come here. Oh, that guy is this. That guy is that. And they're the same people who go on his platform to cheer him on. So you see how we are. It's just appalling. When we want to do something, we balance it. Nobody has a problem with it. But to be one-sided and knowing what the person is doing is not good, and then you keep cheering him on, it propels him to come up with, because what in his video he said ES is a grandmother, and then he came back in the comment section and said, oh, I'm sorry, I got that information wrong. He's actually a mother to his kids, but not a real grandmother. Look at that. So why don't you finish gathering your message before coming out with such information? So if people stop, and I'm not what I'm saying is not going to mean anything, because the people listening to me on this platform in the section, they'll go back and be writing the same comment. Oh, we need a part 3. They are right here in the comment section. So I don't think what the conversation we are having here is going to have much impact, but then we have to have it anyway, because we need to sieve the weed from the because I don't know, as you said, I don't know his purpose on YouTube, because if you've got a man who is a stay-at-home dad feeding off his wife's savings, then what do you ask him to do? He just gets up and create anything just to get people, because he's bored. He's got nobody to, have a conversation with. So the only thing that entertains him is to get on YouTube, create anything and get people, and then by replying them, he engages his time.
Yeah.
So that's what I want to say. Those people who are cheering him on, they're all here in the comment section.
Sammy, can I finish my point before I was dropped off? This is Rokoya. I'm sorry about that. My computer just went off. I think it's the demons. But I wanted to say that one of the things that people who are listening need to know is this man, everything he's putting out is not the truth. There's a lot of conjecture. He takes on pictures that are not connected. He snips videos, puts them together, and creates a scenario that is unreal. So the people who are watching him, I am begging them, please, let's stop giving this man an audience, because if his viewership goes down, that's going to be a testament of how we're receiving him, because he's very distractive. He has gone after the Exodus Alliance, who have done nothing to him. Now he's after ES, who is doing wonderful things. She stays in her own lane. She does not go into other people's business. Why go after somebody like that? I don't understand. And the other thing is, people said he exposed Art Kathy. Who knows for real what, I mean, the scam that supposedly was happening? Who knows if that was a scam? I made a point to somebody the other day. I was saying, look, in Africa, when you rent a place, you pay 2 years in advance of rent for the place that you rent. So if somebody says, I have a place, and you give me $1,000, and I say, I put $1,000 into this real estate, it doesn't mean I can't, it doesn't mean that I have squandered your money. I've had to pay the rent in advance to secure the place. And so when people go into the books, you will see that a lot of things are cash based. So people will pay up for services and anticipate. It doesn't mean that there was a fraud. There was no real fraud. But because he has started on this tangent to destroy the repatriation movement, he kept playing up on at Kathy. Then he went to somebody else. Then everybody. So he only uncovers bad things. Can this man uncover some good things and share with us too about people who are doing good things? Then we will know that you're authentic and you're trying to share things that are good for the community. But who has seen him say anything good about any? Everybody he goes about is a scam. And I dared him on his page. I said, share something about your past. If you're going to be going talking about other people and going and talking about people who've been in jail 15, 20 years, we would like to know what you did. So create a content about you and your mistakes that you've made. And guess what? He removed my comment. Like anything I say, he just throws me off. So I just wanted to finish that. I want people to know a lot of what he's saying is not true. People should not take it and run with it because he's destroying people's lives by doing what he's doing. Thank you guys for your patience. I appreciate it. I'm going to mute myself now.
Thank you so much, Sister Rukaya. Absolutely. And I hope people are going to listen. Hey, Ami, yes, Ami made a video. I don't know if you guys watched it, where she was like, insulting and cussing. And I commented there, I'm like, you need to calm down with the insults, because I don't want, the thing is that I don't want like to stoop to his level. I don't have to come and start saying, oh, you are this, you're an MF, you are, all those kind of things. Like, I think I can convey, put out my message out there without having to stoop to his level. And that is exactly what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I don't want to do this video, but looking at ES and listening to her, that's why I did the video. I know it's necessary. So it's not as if it's not necessary to do a video about this or the guy, but we cannot stoop to his level, if that makes sense. Anyways, I'm gonna let BO speak. Hi, BO. Thank you for joining too. And then after, I'll let St. James speak. Hello.
Oh, you skipped African millennial.
Oh,
but,
yeah. African millennial, yeah. Sorry. Go ahead. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Thank you both. No problem. I just wanted to say a special shout out and congratulations to all the people who were in this comment section and are here today. I've also been doing some investigations, as Akosia said. I don't understand. You guys say that you guys want unity. When it comes to these drama videos, 3,000, 4,000, 500 comments. Oh, you're amazing. You're good. So some of the people in the comment section, I have smoke for you because you guys are so fake. I don't understand you guys. You guys are the problem with this whole unity thing that we're trying to do. Now for him, I don't have that much smoke for him. And the reason why is because I'm actually trying to talk to him. For some reason, I really want to know what his motive is. We all know that he hates African Americans because he got deported from America. So I guess that's the reason why he hates all Americans. If you don't believe me, he made a video talking about he got deported from America. Now, his most recent videos, I'll be honest with you guys, I didn't watch them because I don't know what he said. I'm not interested. But looking at the titles, it was pretty bad. All I have to say is, Prince Ayoko, please, please don't stoop to his level. You are too good. You are too royal. You and ES are doing too many amazing things to deal with this guy. We have to get other people to deal with this guy. you know, not easy. Not easy. Because of this whole situation, I looked at your video, the video where you had him in lipstick, the Gossip Girl video. So it's not even ES though. It's not even ES. It's Bags, and it's a whole bunch of other YouTubers, not just Nakmizi. This guy has been in trouble with at least 8 YouTubers that I can think of. So there's a huge issue with him. I don't know. I feel like he can be fixed though. I feel like he can be saved. I know I sound a little bit crazy, but I feel like we can actually talk to him and see why he's doing this, like what really the issue is, because there's some kind of disconnect. So I'm just waiting to see if there's an opportunity that we can actually speak to him, get to a common ground, and really see what the problem is. But guys, please, let's do better. You know, if we're gonna support these type of things, we should also support the good people that are out there. And let's be cognizant, because some people are running with his stories like it's true. Nobody knows what happened with the bag situation. Nobody knows what happened with Sister Ya. They are also people who they have email addresses. If you really want to know what's happening with them, you can email them yourselves and ask them what happened. With the ES situation, I don't know ES, but I know somebody who's close to ES. She made a video. Her name is the Africa Unite Force. So she is somebody who, if you want to know what's going on with certain people, you can just ask them. You know, people who actually talk to them, people who actually associate with them. Don't believe everybody who makes a video saying that they're exposing and they're bringing facts. Let's really understand, you know, what this game is and how the YouTube algorithm plays, you know? So this guy's he's just trying to make money. We get it. But I want to know, why is he doing this? Like, does he actually have hate for ES? I think he personally does. Why? Does he have hate for African Americans? Of course he does. Why? I don't know. For some reason, I really want to get in his head and really see what happened.
Thank you so much, African Millennial. Same here. That's why I asked the question, what is your purpose on YouTube? I'm wishing he can come here and tell us what his purpose is, because I just can't understand how somebody can sit on the media and say, I found my niche. This is my niche. I'm like, oh my goodness, how can this be a niche for any normal person? It's just so, disgusting, to be honest. All right, thank you. Bio, you can go ahead now. James, I'm coming to you after Bio, okay? Patient.
I feel like you all you answered your own questions, but for some reason you still, I don't know. It's like, do you not really understand what you're saying and you just saying it? If you understand the algorithm and you understand that YouTube is a business and you understand that he's here to make money, then there should be nothing else to talk about. You understand that by you making a video with his name in it and talking about him, then that's more money for him. That's his name in the algorithm. A reaction video, that's his name in the algorithm. So he's found his niche. There's a great population of people who enjoy drama within the Pan-African community. It brings super chats, it brings views, it brings everything you could want as far as establishing yourself. So when you look at him and you understand all this, you understand he's building a brand around drama, around this. And in a way, it's a bit hypocritical, because what you see is the elements of tribalism. Because when it was Art Cathy, a lot of people supported that. You made him into who he was, because he never got no attention before that. He had a list of videos that wasn't getting no play. But Art Cathy, you loved that. When it was Kwesi Boyd, you loved that. A lot of people loved that. Then it became, oh, hold on, but the bag, I like the bag family. But then you still had another half who don't like the bag family. So he went in on that. Okay, they keep on talking about the bag. We're going to go in that bag. Boom. But now that it's come to ES, Exodus Alliance, not too many people was familiar. So it was back and forth. It was shaky. But ES is like, okay, now we want to draw the line. But the monster that you're complaining about. And I mean, you understand the algorithm. If you understand it, then you feed it into it. And I hate to say this, I'm not going to go there. I'm going to derail a conversation. But if you're African American and you grew up around this Pan-African community, you understand that this is what you call a hotep hustle. Pan-Africanism is a hustle for a large population. If you're not in Africa, like ES, on the ground, putting in work, these people have no content to give you but drama. So when they make a panel going at Black Americans, that's good. If you're an African, that's cool. You like that. Oh, Black Americans don't want to come to Africa. Yeah, they stupid. Da, da, da. You like that. But now if that same content creator says that the Africa, oh, it's a problem. But we create these monsters and we feed into them. And these people see the increase in super chats when African Americans go at each other. So what do you think they're going to do? When the topic is African Americans versus Africans, what do you think they're going to do? If the super chats increase, if the views increase, if the comments increase, it's the algorithm. You playing yourself, you playing each other. Some people are cognizant of it, some people aren't. But you got to ask yourself, what side of the fence do you play on? Do you engage in it? Like the Prince Ayoko, I never seen him engage in no content centered around drama in no capacity. You know what I mean? But it's others who we see, they gravitate towards that. They in the comments, so we have to ask ourselves. You have to ask yourself, because Pan-Africanism is what you all are saying that you create. But within, we can't pick sides. There can't be sides. There can't be right or wrong. If everything is about debates and who's right, who's wrong, that's drama. Oh, this person, that person. So it's all an algorithm once you understand it. And what you have to understand is people that's playing this game, content creators, this is a business for them. When you talk about, they could give a damn. They will live in Atlanta and soaking up, living it up. They don't have to go to Africa if they can make money. So you just have to be cognizant of that.
Wow. I understand what you're saying, but the Art Cathy content, everybody, like a lot of people made that content, made videos about Art Cathy, but it didn't make everybody stoop to his level. Now, can you tell me how many people in this Pan-African on these Pan-African channels did you see do the same thing this guy is doing?
This is a great question, and we're waiting.
That's a question to me?
Yeah.
How many people on the panel that I see do what exactly?
Do what negropean is doing. Like, how many Pan-African channels did you see do what he is doing? I know we gravitate towards content.
As it relates to what? Drama? If it's drama, we can name a list of them. But if you say that's why it's his niche, he found a specific niche to address the gossip. Basically, he's the tabloids of the Pan-African community. Nobody had the foresight to do that, to become the tabloid. But as it relates to drama, I mean, come on now.
Well,
let's be honest.
This behavior is not Pan-African. Africans don't permit men to do this. It's not. That's why we're speaking as people who perceive
he's in the West.
African ethics. We're saying his behavior is not acceptable. The drama that he is building is what we are speaking against, because we as Pan-Africanists recognize that when there is trouble within the ranks, it is the ranks themselves that resolve it. We come together as a family to say there's something happening in the midst of us and it doesn't represent us, and what can we do about it? So what you're saying about
I think you're misconstruing Pan-Africanism with African values.
Well, this is clearly not an African value. That's what we're speaking about it. Men are not allowed to do gossips.
But the thing is, Pan-Africanism, when you're talking about the diaspora, you're including all of that. All of the messy drama that comes from the diaspora. This is normal out here. Tabloids, gossip, slander. This is normal.
It isn't normal. The fact that it exists doesn't make it normal, sir. The fact that it exists is a dysfunction, because no family progresses with dissension and drama and stuff. People take advantage of it. People make money of it, but it causes dissolution of family. It causes dysfunction. So unless you're telling me
ask you a question?
we have to accept that as part of our being, then, I mean, why are we talking? Why does it bother me or bother Nakmizi about a man going after women and destroying them? Why should we accept this as a normal part of our being? I don't understand.
That's true.
You ask for the diaspora, and this is what comes with it. This is what they do. The drama, the messiness, all of this is in the diaspora. That's what comes with it. when you talk about these hoteps and Pan Africans, like music can. I mean, I don't want.
Sammy,
You're
can
not
I
gonna.
come
You're
in?
not, go ahead, brother.
So what I'm saying is that, I don't want to make this personal, right? But I do recognize the voice. We are having this conversation, and this brother come in and talking about Pan-Africanism, all this kind of stuff all together. And we are trying to be specific here. How many times do we have to? I am from Africa. My brother, I am not going to put my African American down just to let other African American go to Africa. We're not doing that. If that's the case, bro, we're not doing that.
Respect.
We're trying to use Africa as an option to our African American brothers. That's an option to you that's available. If you want to go to Africa, please go. If you don't want to go, please do not go. But
That's not where we're
please,
going, brother.
please,
That's not the topic,
please,
brother.
my brother, listen, hear me out. Hear me out.
Can you
Listen
let
to me.
Danny?
Please let me talk.
Danny, it sounds like Danny. If it's not, I'm sorry, but can you let him finish? Go ahead, SD.
What I don't
apologize.
understand is
I apologize.
Sammy's channel, I don't know how long she's been on YouTube. I never saw her putting down African American brothers because Africa exists. She's not doing that. So you come on her channel talking about other people. Those are the people we try to. She asked you the question, who are these people? You said there is a long list. Why don't you go on their channels, debate them, try to make your point? Leave us with this channel, this one right here. We want to talk about our business. Prince Yogo, I'm from Africa. We always get together and talk about our community. That's what we do.
You misunderstanding.
So,
you misunderstood
no,
what I meant,
I
brother.
don't misunderstand you. We're talking about a particular situation. So you're talking about drama. I don't need you to come here and tell me drama exists. We live in America too. I live in America. I don't need you to come here and talk about algorithms. I know they exist. That brothers is causing divisions amongst us, and he's talking about a sister in Africa who left the United States seeking protection, trying to build herself. We need to respect that. I don't care about algorithm. I don't care about YouTube, my brother. I care about her well-being. And I feel like she's doing a good job. Whether you agree or you don't agree, she's on a land. She's not disrespecting you. She's giving options. If you don't want the option, my brother, please, I see a lot of Africans, Americans making money in America. They don't want to go anywhere. That's their choice. We respect that. How many times do we have to tell you we agree with you?
And
they
I
don't
agree
have
with you,
to
my
go
brother.
to Africa if they don't want to
I
go.
agree with you.
I am telling you, you coming in, telling us every day, we trying to put you down.
St. James, please relax.
So how do we put you down as Africans? We're giving you options. I seen you 5 days ago. This guy challenged you about Africa.
Can you control your emotions, brother?
You use the opportunity to hear us out. You hear us out. You talking about all the dysfunctions in Africa. Thank you, my brother. We get it. That's fine. We appreciate you.
I appreciate you too, my brother.
Africa, whether it's effed up, is not effed up, is good, is not good. This is my home country. I love it. I love it. With the ball that come with it, I love it. I will die for it. You see what I'm saying? I don't, whatever they put on YouTube about my country, about whatever the white people put about my country, about Africa as a whole, I still love it. I still love it. The feces on the street that you were talking about 5 days ago, I love it. That's my country. I love it. You see what I'm saying? I respect it. You see what I'm saying? I don't need you to come and tell me how Africa is fucked up and you ain't going. Bro, I'm still going. I am still going. But what I'm not going to do, I am not going to disrespect my African American brothers. I was taught a valuable lesson. I lived in America. I learned about the values, about respecting other people and the culture. I will never do that because the white people, they have done so much number on us in Africa. When we come here, we are looked down, disrespected. I've seen it. What video do? I've seen what people can say about your people that would make you walk a certain way in on the West. I am not gonna do that to you, my brother. So you don't have to come debate us. You don't have to come here to have a conversation with us about other people disrespecting African American. We're not doing that, my brother.
Control your emotions because you're taking this into a direction it never was meant to go
Bo,
into.
don't respond to that. Bo,
In
don't respond to that.
every aspect you come in, you want to lecture us about why we got the opportunity to come here. My brother, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. When your leaders decided that we should give Africans an opportunity to come in America, why do you think they did that?
This is the drama that we enjoy. I never said anything about Africa. I never said anything about Africa. It was never about Africa. I was speaking specifically to manipulation that YouTube creators use to create drama, which generate views, which they are able to monetize.
We understand
that is my point.
that. We understand
don't fucking cut me off because you too emotional. Be a man.
Okay, you are too.
I agree. That's too much emotion. It's unnecessary.
Okay.
Can we get some levity back into the conversation, please, brothers? Can we get some levity?
Listen, please, I need you guys to respect this channel and let us use our words wisely, and please no insults. We're not here to fight. We're here to create solutions.
I never came for that, sister.
There is a brother that is doing things that a lot of us don't appreciate. Be it the algorithm promotes it or not, you are your own person and you know what is right and wrong. Because the algorithm promotes hate does not mean that I have to go on the media.
If he can make money from it, he's going to do it. If you feed into it, if you allow your emotions for him to monetize your emotions, then that is on you. That is on you. You cannot dictate what's right and wrong, what people like, what people click on it, because drama is what.
Danny, I would really appreciate it if you let me talk and let people talk without having to cut them off so that we can hear everybody. We're here to respect each other. Please, let's do that. Anyways, I'm gonna let Mr. Uganda say something, and Nakmizi, after Mr. Uganda, I'm gonna let you talk because I feel like you have a lot to say. Hi, Mr. Uganda.
Can everybody hear me clearly? Because I'm very, very upset with this whole situation. I just want to confirm that you guys can all hear me.
Yeah.
You guys know I am not happy with this whole situation. And I have been repeatedly vocal about what he has done. Numerous times I've had to come out, and although I didn't say about him directly, I have made clear that certain antics are unbecoming of the people we want to see in the communities that we build. And that's just a simple fact. I have never been so disrespected in the past few days than I have been. There are certain things that are not to be touched, and what he is doing is that he is trespassing on people's privacy, people's lives. I'm talking about unapologetic negropean here. It's a disgrace at this point. I used to support him because I thought he supported us in rooting out the people who are trying to destroy us. But what seems to be happening is that he has some other motivations that are fueling him and are pushing him to push out this content. It's disgusting at this point, and if we do not come out and weed it in the bud, this is not something we can ignore because it is put out there. Many, many, many people come to me personally and they say when they search certain things, the divisive content shows up first. What that means is that these people who are coming out and being disrespectful and disgracing us on both sides of the continent, they are undermining our efforts. At the end of the day, I don't need to explain myself to anybody. People have so many opinions on what I do, but at the end of the day, the people know that I work behind the scenes with people to support businesses that are here. I make sure I get people's contact details to support charities they're doing, because it means a lot to me that we're actually building. But what I see here is that he takes pleasure in bringing down people. If bringing down black women is a normal function of the West, it's not something we want to import into Africa because we want to build a better tomorrow. So everything that's normalized, we have to weed it out because we're trying to make a better society. And what that means is that we have to call out behaviors we don't want to see in the future generations. We don't want to see people who think it's easy to pick on women to be able to do that in the future. I thought what he was doing was exposing people who are undermining us. But what he seems to know is that because there's a certain attitude towards women nowadays where people don't want to step up and defend them quickly and to show themselves defending. And what that has done, he has given a green light to people to think they can just go around disrespecting the women under the guise of trying to um, expose scammers. And that's what I started to realize a few days ago. And that's why I had to defend ES, because I'm like, this woman doesn't bother anybody. If you don't agree with her spirituality, leave her to her own devices. For you to weaponize her past and make a documentary about her consent is the highest form of disrespect you can do to someone who is trying to rise out of their circumstance. And to improperly reference their biography to say that she's a grandmother as if she physically gave birth to kids who then gave birth to kids. It's disrespect of the highest order because it just proves that there wasn't even an issue to begin with because you haven't even watched her enough to know what her situation is with her family. But what we do know is that now you saw her, you saw a target, and you just chose to attack. ES even said in her video that she foresaw that he was going to come to her, and that's why she had done what she had done. This is disgraceful at this point, and it's why I've been vocal about calling out people who will do any and everything to get ahead, doing background checks on people, mentioning people's children. This is not something we do. This is not our way. I am perfectly fine with people bringing to light the bad things other people do when it harms other people. That is completely responsible, and that's something you're doing well for the community. But what I don't like is that the means you go to do it. When you do what are you doing when you are doing background checks on people? What are you doing when you are putting mugshots of people on thumbnails? What are you doing when you're saying that this woman is alluring and attractive, but then you go on to spite her in the video? What's going on here? This is getting disrespectful. It's becoming a joke. People, when you look at the comment section in mine, people have left such critical and thoughtful commentary that I just feel to explain it. They even said the display of behavior that has happened between content creators in our space is a representation of what our communication looks like in real life, in that people can't even come together without all of this backbiting and disgusting behavior. This is what people think when they look to us, and this is why we have to call it out, because I know this is not us. I know that people who are here are responsible and they want change. Those of us who have put our faces out there and called out this behavior, those of us who have put ourselves out here and we are condemning this behavior, we want what's best because we know this is not for us. Although this is something that a lot of our people do, this is not how we are meant to behave. And this is why I'm very patient in calling out people, because patience is a virtue because it allows you to see things before other people who rush recklessly. This is the most disrespectful thing that has happened. The most disrespectful. And yeah, I'm gonna have to call out the commenters too, because too many other people here, they like to play both sides. Those are the people who are going to compromise the effort. You can't have soldiers on both sides of the army. You can't have soldiers who are red team and this team, because they are compromised. They are the ones who are feeding other people, sending drama. I've been calling this out for the longest time. They're the ones who are feeding the drama. I don't align myself with people who don't have good morals. I don't want you anywhere near my space. If that's why you're subscribing to our channels, if that's why you are coming to us, unsubscribe, because that's not in our nature to be doing this spiteful mess. I'm not going to swear on this. I'm not going to do profanities, but I'm just trying to say people have to keep their eyes open for these double agents in the comments. They will say and do anything just to get drama. Disgraceful and disgusting.
Mr. Uganda,
Yeah,
please, I want to get out of the
Say
conversation.
that.
yeah, go for it. Go for it. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm gonna let Nakisi go ahead and speak. Thank you so much.
I'm just going out from the channel, but please, sorry, from the live chat, but please, just a quick reminder. Just a quick reminder with regards to who we are as Africans, either Africans at home or Africans in the diaspora. I want each and every one of us to know that the problems we are having is a generational upon generational problem. And we are so fortunate to have this kind of platforms to come back together, to reunite together, and to repatriate to our motherland together. But the best thing that we have to do has to deal with your mission and your purpose. It isn't everyone who would agree to we living here as Africans, because the problem is that I don't blame each and everyone who goes through this life with regards to their locations. The way we are brought up is different from the way others are brought up over there. But the most painful thing is that, remember when I started this conversation, I told you that when two brothers fight each other to death, it is a stranger that will take away their property. And that is what is happening to us. We are all one. This is our origination. For the fact that there's a lot of circumstances that has kept us separated for a long time, there is also another option that can unite us. So how can we do to unite? With all these misunderstandings and everything that is going on in dramas, there is still an option that we can do to unite, even when people did not come to Africa. The only way that we can unite is that patience. Patience. When you see a real African that doesn't have patience and that do not say, I apologize for what I did, he's not a real African. There is never an African who is a real African who is not based on these two characters in life to make amendments in their lives, in his life, and to create reconciliation and to keep moving forward as one people. This is how we solve our conflicts. Even in Africa here, in the past, in our history, in our kingdoms, our ancestors they fought so many times with other ethnic groups before they founded all these various kingdoms in Africa. But upon all that, you see, finally, we are living together like nothing has happened in the past. We are living together like nothing has ever happened in the past with regards to struggling to get settlements, to found kingdoms, and to fight, and to found countries, which is now called, the kingdoms is now called countries on political basis. You see, we have been controlled so much by the oppressor. The oppressor has brought what we don't want. The oppressor has, created a path for us where we have to always crush our heads together. And at the same time, some of us are also becoming our own oppressors. Like someone who is supposed to cater for you has, like, all of a sudden become an oppressor. So now, this is an endless problem that has to be fixed. But all I pray is that we'll have the good health, the long life, and the patience to overcome this situation. Before I leave this chat room, I know Brother the Happy Companion is watching. I say salam alaikum to him and a very good evening to him and our family at the Gambia. I made a video about him. I made a video about the unapologetic negropean. But what I do is that in everything that I do, I have to first of all, after I do it, I reverse and look at myself, think about me and think about humanity and know what I did it. So all what I did wasn't going straight against him. You see, if he is offended by what I did, I send my deepest apologies to him. I send my deepest apologies to Elder Yahya, the Rus Reggae Girl One, and whoever, and the Black Global Green Book, And to whoever was, affected by what I said, sometimes when I come to a stage in life, I don't fear anything. When I have to say something that each and everyone has to understand for us to live peacefully, no matter how the situation. But you see, if we are going to be based on I'm right, you are right, you are not right, I'm not right, there would never be a solution. There would never be a solution to this black race problem.
Yeah.
Focus.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
my brother. You're
Let's
speaking
focus.
very
Thank you,
good
Prince
words.
Ayoko.
Life
Thank you.
and move
Thank
Thank
you.
you,
forward.
Prince.
Okay.
Thank you.
Wisdom Prince.
Okay, one at a time. Thank you, Prince Ayoko. Appreciate you, and thank you for apologizing just in case you offended anyone, especially the happy companion. That tells a lot about you. Okay, I'm not Maisie. I'm gonna let you talk, and then Stilky, I'm coming to you. So please be patient. Thanks.
All right. Peace to the chat again. Prince Ayoko is always a hard act to follow. So luckily for me, I'm not acting. I'm gonna keep it factual. I made a mistake. His name is Otis James Costunia Bryan. Now, I'm not being messy. What we in our community have to understand that not everyone is our brother. We may call each other brother, but we treat each other like crap. But when we have a member of our ethnic group or our race who is doing things, who are doing things that are counterproductive and dragging the people in our group that should be held up high, like our women and our elders, that person needs to be dealt with swiftly. And when I say swiftly, I'm speaking about what we're doing right now. So the task is, however many people are watching, if you haven't unsubscribed from his channel, if you haven't blocked him from your channel, then we are just here sipping tea. And that's not what this is about. Because my sister, Sammy's Treasure, made a very poignant point that I hope didn't go over anyone's head. Cyberbullying, bullying, exposing has caused people to take their lives.
Yeah.
So this is not Measy trying to be, yeah, I'm gonna get spicy. No, this is me saying this is serious. And when we have a serious situation like this, then we need to deal with it swiftly. So unsubscribe, block him, don't go back and forth with him. Forget the algorithm. We have to deal with this person. I won't even call him a man because he doesn't act like a man. And I'm a type of person that will speak to you directly. He refused to do this. The guy posted an email that said Nakmizi isn't black. And then on his community tab said, we're going to discuss this. So I shared it and said, yeah, let's discuss it live. He's scared to death of a strong black man. He's scared to death of a strong black woman. But he prefers to go after a strong black woman than a strong black man. So while everyone was speaking, I hope people Googled the name Otis James Costunia Bryan. And when you see that, you'll get everything from his address, his old address in Birmingham. You'll get his LinkedIn, where he was just a sales associate, a sales consultant. He has himself listed as a director for something that didn't generate cash. It was more of a community venture. Shout out to him for that. But he aggrandizes himself to make himself seem more important than what he actually is. And that is a sign of his mental health. When he looked at the brother from the Bags family's mugshot and said, I'm not happy about putting this. I'm disturbed. This is disturbed man, bro. If you are classically trained as a psychologist, I would say he should diagnose himself, but he's not. What he's doing is just trying to crap on people of our society to get YouTube clicks. So where do we go from here? If you're going to be duplicitous and be in this chat saying, yeah, 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 go in his chat and say, yeah, 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 then you're part of the problem. This is not something that needs to be taken lightly. I'm not the happy-go-lucky, let's sit down and talk it out. I'm the warrior dude. I'm the all the smoke dude. But I don't like people who want smoke with women and old men, but avoid it from people in their same character, in their same bracket. And I'm not even in the same bracket. He's so beneath me. But I'm gonna tell you how sick my investigations game is, because he messed up when he messed with me. You know, he has a video. First of all, go to his old videos before you unsubscribe and watch. He's got videos where he's like praising the phenotype of white women, specifically where he had a video of Rita Ora, and some other woman. He was obsessed with race and he's obsessed with whiteness. His channel was literally created to be an anti-Black American channel. And unfortunately, there's a lot of people on this chat right now that were adding fuel to that diaspora fire. So anytime I speak from now going on, I'm going to say there needs to be a permanent ceasefire in the diaspora war. And if you're liking his comments, if you're saying beg family and yeah, those African Americans need to stay, then you have to ask yourself, what side are you on? So when his channel was created, he said specifically, I created my channel to give the European diaspora a voice so that it wasn't drowned out by Black Americans. That tells you everything. That's why the Black American is always at focus on his channel. And he mentions other people just so it doesn't seem like he's being biased. But I'm not here to defend only Black Americans. I'm here to defend the honor of our elderly and our elders and our women and the children of these people. So if you haven't Googled it yet, I need someone who has a computer to Google the name that I told you. And look at the LinkedIn. And look at the voter registration records. And look at the people who also share the same address in Birmingham. And then look at their open public Facebooks. Go to his video called Where Is This Channel Going? And somewhere at around an hour and something minutes, his son came on a chat and said, hey, daddy, that's where he screwed up. Because I looked at the 4 letters on that account and it matched that legitimate email that he sent me. So I found out what his real son looks like. And I found out what his son's baby mama looked like. And I found out all the rest of his family. So what we have with this man is a man who on one side likes to big up his Black phenotype, but on the other side didn't respect that phenotype enough to practice selfie procreation and create more Black people. And unfortunately, his whole family is guilty of that. You see, so we can't take people like that seriously. We can't call people like that brothers. We cannot. This dude is an agent. He is the most dangerous out here because he's doing it out of desperation. Sometimes you have to leave crazy and toxic people for who they are. Sometimes they need a hug and sometimes they need to be pushed away. This dude needs to be pushed away. Facts. So when you look at his psyche, the psyche of his family, we're dealing with people that are not right. There's something I speak about. It's called derecha familia in Curacao, which means to fix the family. Mejorar la raza, to fix the race. His whole family did it. Not one of his siblings has created life with a Black person. But then he has the nerve to talk about me. He has the nerve to talk about other people and under the guise of Blackness. He's got baby mamas in Europe, in England. He's got a half Turk, half Albanian baby mama who supports him in Switzerland. He's got baby mamas in Holland. And all of his kids have chosen white mates. And if you think I'm lying, then I'm flying. But just Google what I told you. Follow the path. Because now it's not just going to be me investigating it. There's strength in numbers. I give you the path, you run with it. Because if we don't, he needs to have, this is what the purpose of this is. It's to let him feel what he's let ES feel, what he's made the Bag family feel, what he's made other people feel. I want him to have to call his sister Laverne Bryant and say, yo, put your Facebook on private, sis. Or have him call his brother Ricky Bryan and say, yo, put your thing on private, bro. Or call his son. I'm not going to mention the kids. Or his sister that he posted the community tag. He's like, oh, my sister, she's cut her hair off. She's so cute, right? That's Natara Bryan, who's also with a Brad. So do you, Mr. Apologetic Negro, want to have to make these phone calls to your family and say that there's now going to be an army of YouTubers looking at them and digging in there just to make you feel what we feel? Or are you going to fall back? Fall back, Mr. European, because what you're doing is you're making it impossible for you to walk these streets without complications and take it how you want it. The Gambia is a no-go for you. Trust me. Northern Ghana is a no-go for you. Trust me. Because you're black, I still have love for you, but I'm going to tell you, Prince Ayoko means what he says. He'll give you a job. But if I was you, I wouldn't take it. I wouldn't take it. So when you talk greasy about people, expect grease to come back to you. And that's a fact. If we see each other, we cross paths, homie, I'm telling you like this, ain't nothing sweet over here. Nothing. He put my government name, Dean Scott Craig. You can Google that too. That's how transparent I am, right? You might see that I was arrested somewhere in New York City, right? But what you won't see is that I sued the shit out of NYPD and they paid for my house in Curacao. And I won. So when we see that brothers got arrested, that don't mean they were convicted. Now, I come from an investigations background because before I did what I do now, I was a regional manager of investigations in New York City. And I will tell you that some people that worked under me would what we call pencil whip cases just to get productivity. So what happened to that brother from to Rick, I don't take nothing of that. That could have been a store detective that wanted to put a case on a black man and have him figure it out. And as a matter of fact, that was supposed to be a misdemeanor, which in some states is anything between $1 and $999. Small paper. His picture didn't need to be put up there for that. So when this dude gets on YouTube trying to push this, I'm the sexy big black man, and he can't even do a pull-up without kipping. Kipping is when you use your body to get you up off the bar. Tells me that all his muscles is for show. Any of you black women on here right now that are married or have a black man with you, tell me, how disappointed would you be if you walked in a room and you saw your man taking a topless selfie to post on social media? No black woman would be proud of that. But he can do that because he's married to a Becky. Facts. I want to see one of his little half-breed kids run past the camera. I want to see his woman walk past the camera. He won't do that because he has them hidden. You only hear them. And look at his struggle house. That's a struggle apartment, by the way, people, in Europe. That's not a nice crib. If you look at it, and if you look at the address in Birmingham, that's also a struggle house, which is why all his family went with white people so they can level up. I don't deal with that. I work hard. I got too much pride as a man to allow my family to live like that. There's too much money on this planet for me to be on YouTube talking crap about other black people. Notice he never says anything negative about the ops, about the Pink Panthers, about the Oyimbo, about the Obroni, about the Muzungu, about the Tubab. He don't say nothing about them because he's infatuated with them. He said that the white man that married Natara Brown is the best man that could have married her because he's such a good guy. If my sister already knows, if you marry one of them, don't bring them around me because my energy don't change. This is what real B1 is. When you don't care what part of the continent someone was born in, whether they was born in Africa, Jamaica, Black America, whatever. If you have smoke for black people, I got smoke for you. So unapologetic Negro, if you really want that smoke, holla at your man. And everyone who's listening to me right now, unsubscribe, block, and let's stop being duplicitous. Because if someone takes their life over this bullshit, That blood is gonna be on your fucking hands. And I'm sorry for cursing.
Okay.
Yeah, good evening,
Wow.
everyone. Um,
Uh,
Good
thank you. Is
evening,
that
everyone.
sticky?
I'm so happy to be with you people. Hello, I hope everyone
Sure.
is hearing me.
Yeah. Who's speaking? Is it
Um,
sticky?
yeah, I am Alpha.
Yeah, my sister.
Okay. All right. Thank
Hello.
you. Go ahead.
Okay, all right. Me personally, to be honest, I am not. I am new in this YouTube thing, but since I start this YouTube thing, one thing I sure about is the Bag family. We are all not perfect, but one thing for sure, when you saw a black woman, I mean, that went through all the things that you can think about, all the negative things that you can think about in this world, starting from the root, the ground root, doing her own things. If you cannot tell that black woman, thank you as a black man, you shouldn't say a word. It is very, very hard. It is very, very hard. Let us just be honest here as men. It is very, very hard for our black sisters out here in this world. It's very, very, we have to defend them. We have to defend them. So, me personally, I cannot sit and look at a brother taking down a sister. I will never accept it, not in my lifetime. One thing I can do is to support her. If I can't, I cannot take her down. Look at ES. You know, this sister come leave everything in the US, come back to Ghana, start from zero, start building a house. Imagine, she left all the good life back in the US. She didn't complain with all the difficulties that she faced in Africa. She didn't complain. She was ready to put her tears and sweat in it to come to this level. But one thing I just want to make so clear is, you see, our successes are determined by the amount of risks you are ready to take. The more risks you are ready to take, the more successful you become. You see, when you are on the path of success, your own people are the ones that will come and then take you down. You see, the indirect rule is still within us. You know, some of us are still painted in black, but they are white inside, or red or yellow. You can call it whatever you want. So we have to be very mindful. I am so grateful seeing beautiful queens and then kings coming together to support each other. This is just beautiful. This shows that we are arriving at the destination that we want to arrive. If you can remember, I don't watch too much of Martin Luther King, but he said he is now in the mountaintop and he can see the future. And we are already in the future. I can feel it, I can sense it, and I want to enjoy that future. Africa, we are growing. Hey, sister, to be honest, I was very lucky enough to travel. I thought in the West here they are paradise. I left the Gambia to come to Europe. I thought it was paradise. But thank God I saw the realities of the world. There is no other place better than Africa. So these people will sit out there because they have internet and all whatnot. They can say anything that they want on the internet. We don't have that time. Right now, the only thing that I can pray for is let's continue this unity. It's very important. We will, to be honest, they will not stop. More and more people will come to attack people. But just make sure in whatever you are doing, uniting Africa, stay strong and stay still. You see, we have so many people that went through all these things, but at the end of the day, they succeed. Nobody can take ES down. She have already achieved her objective. Look at those beautiful houses that she built. Look at the Bag family. You know, we all have history. We are all not perfect. We all have our bads, and but one thing that a human being should always pray for, to have a good ending. If these people that he is talking about have histories and all whatnot, but today they choose to be on the better path, and we all can see it. If you want to discuss about people's bad things that they did in the past, meaning you are still in the past, people are talking about the present. To be honest, we all have we are all not perfect. as human being, but we always try to learn from each other to improve. And this is what I saw from these people that he was talking about. I even make a YouTube. I even make a video about these things. It really hurts me, you know. It's not beautiful. One thing I don't entertain is somebody talking about black women. They come first, you know. And I respect that brother. Is it Prince? Sorry if I cannot mention his name correctly. The one that work with ES. I really respect because he defend. This is what we need. We have to defend. One thing we will not attack, but when you want to touch our women, we will defend it. That one we will not joke with it. And then women out here, queens, keep doing what you're doing. Know that you have men that are supporting you, and we love you. You are our queens. Know that. And this is all what I want to say. And then thank you all for allowing me in your this platform. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Light Empowerment. You've said some great words of wisdom, and I appreciate that. Hi, Sticky. Thank you for your patience.
No problem. Hello, my sister. Thank you, my brother. The word what you say, all of them is true. But like for me, I have some message for all black race. Let's make us to make this movement go successful. Because every time this small talk. But this cannot go forward. Every time this can put us down. So, but we have to change our movement or our system. This small talk. If you have some problem with someone, just take it away, but we just have to look the Africa, the forward, because here, but no one cannot stay here alone, but no place like Africa, so, but no one cannot stay here for, I don't know how to say, like, to stay here, like, to have your right, or to do something else, is only in Africa, only black people, you have your right there, you can make your decision, make everything, because that was your place. But here, nothing. Because but these people can do some shit to you, you cannot do nothing because it's not your country. So it's better, but let's also make the Africa great, but let's move there, But this is our place, but no place like Africa. Because here, but, but you cannot make nothing here. It's very hard, because but this was Western country, So it's not place like for the black people. Sorry, but my English was not good. But like I want to make my opinion, because every time, but when I had this story, like this, some little talk, talk. So I just feel miscomfortable about it, because I don't want to see us in this stage, because every time, but they say, but look at them, think about that, look at them. How do you feel about that? Look at them. It's made like a, but we are not a human, or like what? It's tough, But we have to be united and love each other, But let's make Africa great, If Africa cannot be great, but no black one can be free in world, So it's better, but let's work in Africa, Let's make Africa great, Let's think about the future of the youth and your children and your grandkids, so that but they can have solution, Because here, like you can have problem here, the black man, you're gonna do nothing, because you don't have law, you don't have no power. So, but they can do anything what they want. Or you don't, you cannot go anywhere just to solve that problem. Because if you go somewhere else, but those people are the same. So, but let's black people, let's be united and go to Africa. Let's make Africa united. Because if it African hard, we are very happy about to see like in UK or America or somewhere else to see them to coming back in Africa, because I think so almost like 2014 I was watching in YouTube. I see the policeman was treating the black man some bad way, So after I say one of my friends, why these people cannot go to Africa? He told me, but they don't know Africa. I say no, because but they know, because but they why no, but they call themselves African American.
Okay, Sticky, thank you. I feel like you and Light Empowerment are my Gambian brothers, because with the
Yeah,
accent, I think you're Gambians, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
sure.
Okay. All right.
I
Thank
am
you so much.
Gambian.
My English was not good, but like, I just want to make my statement, because
Oh,
every
it's
time, but when I heard but this small talk, I just feel like sad about this. Because every time, the black cannot help each other, or like the black cannot be united. Every time problem close, another problem come. It's very sad. But we
Yeah,
have to be united, because when something good coming, some bad people come to destroy everything. But you see, but this Black life matter in America, or you see some black boy stealing. But who think about that? How the white people give you respect about this, because when you fighting for your freedom, when you go and steal, or what they say, because but this is the reason why, but they kill the black people, because but they go to steal it, and then but today, but they go to make their protest, and then but they are stealing. You understand? It's very bad, and that is very very bad situation for the black mentality. Not in for the only America, in Africa also. But we have to change. Enough is enough. We don't have to be like that. We are not slave.
absolutely. Thank you
Yes,
so
we
much,
are not
guys.
slave.
Who's that? Uh, did someone want to say something?
Yeah, sister, as he was saying, one
Oh,
thing also I want to make very clear is our brothers back home. When they see our African American brothers and sisters coming back home, and then our European African coming back home, the best thing that they can do is to help them. Let's not just be open and then start explaining our hard times in these people. These people come from the Europe and then the Americas. They went through a lot. The best thing that you can do for them is to give them peace of mind. Let that trust be between us. 400 years these people were away. 400 years. That is not 400 days or 400 months. So when these people come, they are trying to they have to go back to their cultures. They have so many things to learn. So you cannot just come and then pour all your problems because of this and that and that and that on them. This is what is creating all this problem, because we telling them too much of our problems. They cannot even tell us of their own problems. So this is bringing misunderstanding to an extent. That sister having that courage, like Art Kati having that courage to say all these things, because it's some of our brothers and sisters that we are giving her that platform. So that is why we come in Korea all of, and you can translate that in English. Then ampur doilo. You understand? Then ampur doilo. We have problem with that. Doilo. The moment we see somebody with a dollar or euro, we are ready to tell those people our secret. We cannot do that. We cannot do that. So right now we are trying to build these bridges. You know, and then people are back doing everything possible to make sure that we fail. But we are on the right track. To be honest, we are on the right track. The only thing that we can do is to unite and keep going. It will be difficult though. That one is for sure. It will be difficult. But know that in any success, there is always difficulties. That's why it is beautiful at the end of the day. Yeah, thank
Right.
you.
Can
It's
I
late
say
here.
something, Sammy,
Let me
please?
allow
Sammy,
you.
I
can I
gotta
add
go.
something?
I gotta go. Can I say something, Sammy? I've been waiting
Yeah,
for you.
after the Mama Kazi, I'd like to say something as well.
Please let me say something,
I'll let
please.
Mami Kazi go.
Ma-
Mama
Mami
Kazi,
Zami. Mami
I'm so
Zami.
sorry. Mamiza, I'm so sorry. Forgive me. I'm bad with names.
It's okay.
Mamiza,
Yeah.
Mami,
You
sorry.
forgiven. Yeah. So Sammy, let me say this. There's a lady that spoke about me earlier. Maybe after she said that I pick on other people's content and all that. You know what I don't like about us Africans is the lack of honesty. You understand? I'm always gonna stand for the truth. It doesn't matter if it hurts me or the way the person said it. I'm not gonna say it's not true just because the person choose to say in a harsh way or all that. And that's the problem that we've been having with this unity. The second that an African American criticizes African, they put fire on them. It's not fair. I don't think so. Because us, the thing that they're saying about us is the same thing that we complain about. And that's the whole reason why we are all in going to the West. So really, to me, the hypocrisy that we have towards ourselves is not gonna help us grow. You understand? We're ready to criticize ourselves, but we're not gonna take it from somewhere. How is that helping us? Huh? If we cannot see the issue and address it and admit it and try to figure out a solution or how to solve it, how are we gonna progress? What the Gambian brother just the one that just spoke right before me, I really appreciate what you said, because that's one of the issue. When the African American get to Africa, all we see is that money, 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 money. Everybody's gonna want, just like us when we go back home. Everyone want to get something out of you, and it's not always um with honesty. They're just gonna lie to you. They're gonna pretend. They're gonna make up story. Sammy, I know, we know how it is. But when the African American are victim and complain, oh my goodness, we become like, and we're gonna start calling them name, oh, this an agent. That's not that I don't like that. I want us to also be less emotional, because the Africans are way, us in on the continent, we are way too emotional, way too. People will not want to listen to the truth just because they are hurt. It hurt them. The truth is gonna remain the truth today. It's gonna be true tomorrow. It's gonna be true in 10 years. It's gonna be true. Whether it hurts you or not, it's still gonna be true. Sometimes we're gonna have to turn down the emotion and face the truth, even if it's hurt. That's all I'm going
Sammy,
to
can I
say.
come in?
Yes, ma'am.
Sammy, can I come in, please?
Isn't it Rokoya's turn?
Yeah. I just wanted to say, add to what the lady said, and my brother, one of my Gambian brothers, he was saying something in Wolof, and it means patience. So and no, satisfied. He was saying that as Africans also, the misunderstanding we have between the brothers and the sisters and us is that we want to talk about our issues so bad, forgetting that these people also have bigger issues. And at the end of the day, some of us are not very satisfied with what we have, because we're just looking at that dollar, that money, thinking that these people have money, to the extent we're not listening to them. We're not hearing what they have to tell us or what they have gone through in their life. And I think that's what Mamiza also was trying to make sense of. And that's true. It happens. And even offline, I keep talking about it with a couple of Gambians. That mentality needs to go. But these are things that happen to us continental Africans as well. As long as you're in the diaspora, it's like people think you have money. It needs to stop. And I agree with what he said, that people need to be satisfied with what you have. And when brothers and sisters come to the continent, we need to listen to them and stop talking about our own problems 24/7, because they also have issues that they need to tell us. And we don't know where they're coming from, what they have. So we should stop expecting like the most from these people. At the end of the day, what happened with Arkati eventually, of course, that I guess that's the reason why it happened. But she was also very disrespectful, and I made a video about it. And if she should come back again and insult elders, I would still make another video about it. But my problem is that because we try to condemn one person, does not give anybody the right to try to bring down Black people. That's just my opinion.
Can I speak now?
Sure, Rakaya.
All right, good, good, good. I won't be on for long. I've been here for quite a while, so I need to check out. I just wanted to say that, yeah, everybody has made some great contributions. The two brothers, Brother Nakmizi, and everybody has said something that is valuable from their perspective. So I wanted to acknowledge that. I think that in general, the more we talk, the more we exchange, the more we're on these platforms, that is what is going to create the understanding. So it's not that we have to tell people so much, this isn't what you do or what you don't do, but that as we engage each other, we're going to know each other and we're going to know what is appropriate behavior. So having said that, I want to go back to the topic, which is this gentleman who is bringing down any attempts at uniting, and he has his laser eyes directed onto African Americans for a reason. Now, I know that is because they are a larger group. They're wealthier than most of the other African diaspora. There's the hyper visibility on them. And he has targeted that to make his money. And I want us to be very, very precise and saying we must bring that kind of a behavior down and discourage people. We are the people who can do this. The way to do it is to use the technology as has been said. If he's going for views, because that's what the algorithm does, is to bring people to his channel and make sure that he's getting views, advertisers pay more for that. Let's not give this guy a platform, please. He's not sharing anything that is valuable. He's talking about people that we don't know. They don't know us. We're just watching them on YouTube, but they are human beings. Everybody has a past that they don't want to be public. So why is he choosing to go and unearth people's background information to the world? I think that's illegal. In fact, I'm a software person, but if I was in my day, we will bring his website down. I will send so many people over to bring down his YouTube channel because he is not contributing to the dialogue at all. Rather, he's giving people a reason to be angry, fearful. I know a couple of the people he's done this to personally, and that has been very, very destructive to them. People are people are stepping out in faith and trying to build bridges to get the diaspora knowing about the continent. You painting people scammers. You painting everybody who tries to do something as wanting something. What about you? Why is he doing this? Is he doing this for charity, or is he also trying to make money? I think he's a very evil man, and I want to tell people who can walk away. I'm not subscribed, but anybody who can unsubscribe, let's give him a message loud and strong. If his numbers drop, maybe he'll change his content. That's all I want to say. Let's do this. We can do it. Thank you, brothers and sisters. And I'm going to sign off now.
Thank you, Big Sis. I really appreciate you.
Have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. Bye-bye.
Thank you. We will. We will. Okay. Not Measy, can you let Thomas speak? He just came in because we're about to wrap up. Thomas, you can go ahead and say something before we start wrapping up. Hi, Thomas. Did I mute you? You can unmute yourself.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Actually, like I said in my text, I watched this guy. Hello. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hello. Can you hear me? Hello.
You want to turn off your second screen, but we can hear
Hello.
you.
Yeah. Actually, like I said in my text,
Can you please turn off your YouTube app?
Yeah, I watched him actually discussing. Hello, can you hear me? I watched him discussing Ricky
have two screens
of the Back family, and I was kind of disturbed, you know, and it got me wondering what are his motives. Yeah, I watched him actually discussing.
Can you turn off your YouTube app and then we can listen to you on the StreamYard? Okay, Thomas, if you can hear me, I just muted you. You have two screens on. You have YouTube on and you have StreamYard on. So if you can please turn it off, turn one of them off, which is the YouTube, and then we can listen to you on the StreamYard, okay? I'm gonna unmute you again and see if it's gonna get better. Hello? Okay, Thomas, if you can hear me, I just muted you. You have two screens on. You have YouTube on and you have screen. Okay, I think there's a delay with him. So Nakmizi, go ahead. And James, I'm coming to you. We're just wrapping up, okay?
All right. So what I want to end with is what I'm always gonna start and end with is that there needs to be a permanent ceasefire in the diaspora war, and we have one going on right now in the comments. I'm not gonna name the person, but who makes more money in America versus this one, and Black Americans versus Africans? That is tired. It's tired. We talk about how Africans are emotional. Guess what? Black Americans are emotional. That is a testament to our lineage. That is a testament to our connection. It doesn't matter. We should stop pocket watching people to try to basically live vicariously through others because they may have been shown to have a higher median income due to some white man's report. Every African is not poor. Every Black American is not rich. Vice versa. What are we doing to push, the needle in a positive directions for both Black Americans and continental Africans? And let me stop just saying Black Americans, but the whole diaspora, because it ain't just about us. Let's stop the diaspora war. Stop the petty nitpicking about who's doing what, who did what crime. Because at the end of the day, we all are looked at as the same, and we all face similar issues. All right, so I'm gonna keep it like that. Thank you for having me on. I'm sorry for dropping the F-bomb, but when I started thinking about what can happen when somebody's bullied online, I lost it. That's a testament to my emotionality as a Black man. You know what I'm saying? But I understand you understand that. So peace and Black power.
Thank you, Nakmizi. I appreciate you. And James. Oh, Thomas is back. Let me.
Time like everybody is saying that people start to unsubscribe. If he has no view and getting nothing from YouTube, definitely he will be forced to, stop what he's doing. But as long as people continue to watch him and he getting view and getting money out of it, he will continue to do it. That's just what I want to say.
Absolutely. You're right. You're right. The negativity is also being fed. So you're absolutely right about that. James, you wanna wrap up? Say your final words?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm sorry about earlier, but we're going through the same thing, if we call this as a community and we have people based on the previous comment, and the way they're talking about us, and we welcome them to come and participate, then I'm having a problem. What are we doing? Because I'm pointing out to you that this guy is not good based on his previous comment that he said. Am I wrong about saying that? You can go and listen to yourself. It's not good. They are they don't want to unite with us. And basically, put it this way, I left Africa to live in the United States as a, we are called immigrant here, right? And what ES is doing, she left America and she went to Ghana. And based on the history that we sold one another, right? And as an African, you're looking at this lady, you are like, oh my gosh, you have courage and she did not go to the city. She went to a village. And you, as an African woman, you know what that means. So we want to protect her. Like, okay, you know what? We had a past history, right? We sold one another. And she's over there doing her thing, trying to, you know, present Africa in a different light. And we have this guy sitting in Europe attacking her with no proof, just made up story. And we cannot confront him. Like this guy just said, we confronted him. I did my job as a man. I did mine. Prince Yoko did his. We confronted him. What are you doing? He's not responding to that. What you're doing tonight is you sending us link for us to speak to other people who want to do the same thing. So therefore we have to talk. So when you're talking about algorithms and YouTubes and stuff like that, this is what the enemy use. We cannot stay away from that. I'm not saying we have to talk about it every day, but we have to come up. You know, we challenge this man. He's not going to accept it. So therefore, we know as men, he's not a man. He's not a man. He will not take up that challenge. He can't do that. So as men, we're going to talk once and leave it at that. That's what men supposed to do. So if we fall back and we don't want to address them, and we are on the comment sections, what does he do? We have to, I know this guy's going to watch it live, because I went to Mr. Uganda's video that he just posted today, and he responded to the video. I did not even go to his channel. I heard about, I did not watch the video, but I went to Mrs. Uganda video, and the dude just posted a comment on there, and I respond to him. That lady in Ghana, she's accessible. She's available. She sends a link in the chat for you to come in and ask all the questions you want. You did not do that. You fell back and attack. What kind of man is that? When our brothers and sisters come to the continent, we have to do better. We have to do as Africa. I'm telling you, one day they will. Some people may say, "Hey, you guys did not do anything to help us," and you're going to have to live with that. This is not good. When Africans Americans go to Africa, and even people from the Caribbean go to Africa, and they talk about scammers, we need to talk to them. I don't want you to be scammed, because this is bad images on Africans. That's not right. We have to talk about it. I respect you for coming in here wanting to have a conversation with me so we can have solutions. I get it. But don't go on YouTube and hear me out. Talk about Africans in certain ways. Nah, we're not going to accept that. When that lady talk about us Africans, we don't take criticism. I'm like, we do take criticism. We take criticism on any level. If that's respectful, if the panel is diverse, if we can call in and give our 2 cents, yes, I would respect that. But you're not going to sit in your house, put a video, and share a negative lights about Africa and tell me, find a solution for me. I'm not going to accept that. If you want real solution, then come to the issues, come to the right panel so we can have conversations. When that guy come in today, I'm telling you, Sammy, listen to me. That boy is not good. He says things that, trust me, I know you haven't listened to him. It's not. When you come in here and you are ADOS and you tell me that, okay, what you're fighting for is reparation, we are as African, we are with that. We respect that. But when you look at the leaders, you can't come from a group where the leaders are saying things that are so disrespectful to other groups, and you telling me you come from that group. Then I'm gonna sit back and like, okay, listen, what are you telling me? What are you telling me? You come from a group that doesn't like other people, and they made it clear to you they don't like you. I understand the ADOS, like if you say ADOS, like I get it, I respect it. But when you say you're coming from a group that's ADOS and they hate Africans, Sammy, you gotta understand they don't want us. They made it clear to you they don't want you. They're not here to provide solutions. So what are we doing with them? What are we trying? Why are we trying to get them to come to tell us exactly how they feel about our continent? They made it clear to us. They don't want us. If you are like-minded and you want to come and have a conversation with us, I respect that. But don't sit there and make us look like we want this unity by force. What you're doing is respectable. You know, I'm coming in your space and I try to be respectful. But when I see certain people that come in here, like, it's based on their previous comment they did. They're not building anything. ES, I came across ES. She's a wonderful woman. I respect that woman. You know, she put almost everything in there on YouTube for you to see. One day she was doing a live video and she cried. You can go back to it. She cried. That's painful to watch. I know what it feels because we are all immigrants. That's not that she has here over there as a family. That's Prince Oyoko. We know she is gonna take good care of her. The family is gonna take good care of her. But the other side of her family, she's talk about it. They're in the United States, and she's not happy about it. What are we doing? We should sit there and wait and act like we don't see it. You know, we not. Is the guy is of my gender? I'm not gonna be soft. I'm not gonna be a P word. Listen, we have to take it to him. Whether it takes or not, we have to take it to him. We have to bring it to him. If he does it to somebody that lives in the UK or wherever, this may be a different problem. But somebody that left America and tried to have a better, like, okay, I'm leaving America, I'm trying to figure out something for myself in Africa, we should protect that. That's what I'm trying to say. That's all I'm trying to say for tonight. I'm sorry if I said something that, that robbed people the wrong way. I'm sorry. I did not mean to do that, but I'm just saying this. We have a lot of ADOS guys coming here. You know, we have to ask, what are we uniting or are we not united? And you tell me, are we united or are we not united? If you find spaces where we can get along, yes, we can do that. If we don't have those spaces and we can learn from one another, then we can do that as well. We don't need to be disrespectful. Like what I always tell you, we come from humble home. Coming from humble home, you don't go to somebody's house and disrespect them. That's not what we do. You don't do that. That's not how we were brought up. Our parents are not going to be happy with us if this is what we're doing. We can't do that. You know, I understand that we don't know much about part of the history, but we have to learn. They have to teach us. And today I can say I learned a lot. And I'm not going to allow an African brothers disrespecting African American brothers for no reason. I can't do that. On the flip side, they have to do the same for us. They have to do the same for us. That's the same energy. We have to do that. If we are of the same race, we should do that. If you pointed the finger at me, telling me I'm tribal, and you are doing tribalistic stuff, then yeah, come on, we can't be quiet. We can't be quiet. And just watch our brothers and sisters coming from the diaspora going to Africa. We support them by going to the channels. We support them by commenting. We support them by doing all kinds of stuff. That's what we call unity. You can't be in here and you don't have that kind of support system and they tell you, oh, we united. What we uniting for if we don't see it? You can check on me, I can check on you. How you doing? I am doing. That's what we call unity. You know, you are your own person. I'm my own person. If I'm attacked and I'm telling you this is how we're supposed to address the issue, I come from a place of love. I come from a place of respect. You know, I'm not going to hear you up. I'm not going to go on channels and like, oh yeah, my brothers did this. They're disrespectful. Come on, no one's want to hear that. No one's want to hear that. You know, you are a respectable person. I respect for what you're doing. You know, keep doing what you're doing. If there is anything we need to do, you just let us know. You know, we want this unity as bad as what my diasporan brothers and sisters wants. You know, And we have to show it to them. We have to prove it to them. You know, all day, every day, we have to do that because of the history. Because of the history. That was a bad one. So don't let them be reminded of that. You know, I am not safe. I'm in Africa. I'm not safe. I'm being scammed. I can't. No. We can't let that happen, sister. We have to protect them. If you have anything to tell me, I'm willing to listen.
Well, thank you, James. Your opinions are appreciated. And like you said, we have to protect them. And I believe I said that too here, right? But and then the Gambian brothers also said the same thing. But Nakmizi just popped in, even though we are rapping. I think he has something to tell you. That's
Yeah,
why.
yeah, you know, look, well, what I want everyone to understand that ADOS FBA is a lineage primarily, and then there is a political movement that is under that same name, which basically people under that same lineage have formed a political movement to get reparations and get political power for Black Americans in America. With that, I'm not going to lie, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. There are many xenophobic, anti-African, and anti-Caribbeans in that. I used to contribute to a platform that I no longer contribute to because I said it seems y'all have more smoke for Black people not born in America than you do for white supremacists. So when we speak about ADOS, we have to separate the lineage from the political movement that is poisoned with xenophobia. If we look at Black Americans or foundational Black Americans, a lot of us have been at the forefront of Pan-Africanism. If you look about the ethnic group that is going to Africa the most, it is Black Americans, and then Jamaicans are a close second, and then it's probably Brazilians. But I think that when we speak about that troll, and make no mistake, that guy is a troll. He goes to Pan-African channels just to speak about ADOS. We're talking about a Jamaican disrespecting a Black American, and he wants to bring up ADOS. So people like that just need to be blocked from platforms if they're pushing negativity and pushing disunity. Now, I had something with St. James on another platform about the Akata word, but that was then. I'm looking forward. I'm looking upwards and onwards. You know what I'm saying? So when we recognize someone who's not about, bridging the gap, then we put that person to the side. We don't give them any more light. So that's all I wanted to say.
Thank
I
you.
really appreciate you. You know, I get it. I get the difference. You know, the same person that you said. You know, I don't know his name, but I recognize the voice. When you are doing lives, I put myself on backstage just waiting on him because I know him. That's what I did. I did not even want to come because I have a great panel, and I feel like I'm not the best articulate guy on here. So I let people speak. But when I see him, when I hear his voice, I come in because that's what I do. I'm like, okay, you know what? You're not going to spoil this for us. You know, that's what I'm doing. But the ADOS, and I get it. ADOS is not the issue for us Africans. So I get it. The African descendant of slavery, I get that part. The reparations and all that good stuff that come with that, we get that part. What I'm talking, like the way you said it, but when I hear somebody talking about what Tones and Yvette are saying, I can see it from afar. You see what I'm saying? I can see it. That's what I'm saying. Okay, if you are from that group and you respect these leaders, therefore I'm not going to listen to you. I can't listen to you if you come from that group and you acknowledge these leaders. I can't talk to you until they begin talking about unity. Then yeah, you got my attention. Then until now, until then, why are you here? Why are you here? Why are you here tonight, this evening? Why are you here? Because you're building nothing. You're bringing nothing to the table. Nothing, zero, nada. So why are you here? You know, I don't want to do this, my brother. You know, you guys are doing it. I respect you guys for doing it. You know, we want to be backstage and listen to you and learn from you. We don't want to be here. I don't want to be here, man. You got it together, you know. But I'm like, okay, you know, I don't want to be on the sideline. Like you say, you're a warrior. You're a warrior, right? So what am I doing on the sideline then? I gotta jump. I gotta jump in, right? I gotta fight. You know, that's how you make a name for. I'm not trying to make a name for myself, but I'm like, okay, if I'm listening and I'm not saying anything, these people may think, okay, these are pushovers. These are pushovers. We can come and say whatever we want and go to bed. They won't say anything. You know, me and that guy, we went back and forth. You know, we went back and forth on many platforms. He ain't budging. I am budging. And I told him, whenever I hear your voice, like I said, Sammy's show is not about that. I know a couple of guys that do that. If you are in there, you are talking about yourself, and you bring haters, you will not see me there. You will not see me there because this is your space. You can do that in there, but in here, come on now.
Yeah.
You know, you got your space, we got ours. What part of that you don't understand? You know, what part of that you don't understand? My brother, man, listen, I hate to see an African talking down to African American, like, okay, Africans better. You guys have no option. I don't like that. Talk about the option, but not put other people down. That's what you're supposed to present your situation. You know, like I said, we came to this country, right? And we have a lot of African American asking us questions about the continent. Are we supposed to be quiet or are we supposed to say something? I'm going to tell you about where I'm from. If one day you choose to go, that's fine. If you tell me, hey, man, I don't want to go. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't want to go.
How you think I know that? How you think I know that?
We spoke once, right?
Yeah, and I pay attention to what you say, brother. So there's someone in the chat saying that I parrot Yvette and Tone. Those people couldn't hold a candle to me in terms of my knowledge about the continent, Africa, the history, and stuff like that. People get it twisted. They think that I'm anti-African. I'm anti-nonsense. You know what I'm saying? And that's nonsense from my Black Americans, from Caribbeans, and everyone else. We just have to be open to get this criticism, but we'll be more open if we understand that it's coming from a place of love.
I totally agree.
Okay, so all right.
Thanks for hanging with us, Tommy. Y'all know you're tired, and thanks for hanging with us.
I know. You guys have said it all, and I'm really grateful. Okay, let me acknowledge my super chatters. Is that even a word? My super chatters, thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys. Don't think that I don't appreciate it because I've been seeing you guys. So thank you once again. And to everybody that came on the live. Now, my last words would be, if unapologetic negropean, if you're watching, just know that people's families are not to be joked with. You don't mess with people. And what you do, like, it could come to haunt you. But before then, you can destroy a lot. You can touch on people's kids. And this can have a very bad effect on their families, on their children, you know? And every person out there wants to protect their family. Every man out there wants to protect their family. Yes, today, if she has kids, she wants to protect her kids. And she don't want to be that lady who people will point at when she goes out. Remember, cyberbullying is bad. And you could be one reason somebody could commit suicide. And you're going to have that, your conscience is going to disturb you for the rest of your life, even if you don't say it. Be careful. Let's be careful and stop adding to the fire, you know? I know that when people do certain things, we have to condemn them, but we can condemn and move on and not just get stuck on the negativity to the extent that we end up putting ourselves in things that we don't want. Because what I see, because I used to be like, okay, oh, negropean is bringing out all these things, but now seeing all these things happen to certain people, I'm like, no, this is not right. Because it could be me tomorrow, it could be you that is watching the next day, you know? And these are people that have not done anything to you. So why dig into their past lives or what they're doing, especially if they had already put it on the media, like ES had already talked about everything that she wants to talk about. So why put it in a negative light like that? It just doesn't make sense, you know? And I don't think that because all this drama was triggered from one person before means that we just have to keep going and bringing down each other and, you know, showing everybody the dirty linens of another person. Like I said, let's be very mindful. And Negropean, I hope you don't get offended. I would have loved to have you here because at this point, like I said, the purpose of your YouTube channel, I don't believe it should be meant for this. But you said it's meant for this. You said it's your niche. But this is a very bad niche that you have, a niche that you will put other people down. And to people that will come on the channel and switch on our subjects, even though when I'm talking about something, seeing the topic, you know, this is different from, oh, ADOS and Africans, but people still want to talk about themselves, you know, because your ADOS or because these channels are Pan-African channels does not give anybody the right to bring down another person. That's just what I wanted to say. I just feel disgusted hearing ES talk about her humiliation, that she's been humiliated. You know, as a woman, I just felt sad about it. I'm like, this could have been me. You know, listening to this lady, I felt like she wanted to cry, but she was holding her tears back. And that is wrong. We need to respect our ladies. I mean, we need to respect everybody. But as a man, you have to respect your women. And ES is in Africa doing her thing. What right does anybody have? You can disagree with her if you want. But what is she's doing in her life has nothing to do with you. So why don't we just respect that? Today, if she fell down and not get up again, just remember you contributed to her downfall. And I know she's not gonna fall because ES is a strong woman as far as I'm concerned. And I would love to see her here again on her YouTube channel doing her thing because she built it without the help of anybody except the people that love her, her subscribers and her supporters. So shout out to her. I want to say we appreciate you. Keep it strong, keep it going. We are behind you. And none of us on this panel, I believe, that are still here watching, it's been almost 3 hours. I believe if you're still here, you're agreeing to this, that we stand against cyberbullying towards our own. And if that's a yes, comment down below. That is it. I am done talking, getting ready to eat because I just went to live as soon as I woke up. I work night shifts, but I had to do this live and it turned out to be amazing. Thank you to all the panelists, Nakmizi, James, Rokaya, Mamiza, everybody who was on the panel and on the chat as well. You guys know, I know you guys got my back and I got your back too. So thank you guys. And I absolutely love you. Once again, James, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you and good night.
Good night to you all. Bye.